Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board! Yes!
Breath right there.
Yeah, that's the most exercise I got in maybe 4 months, man.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, though. Shout out to you.
You know, it feel like the old days. Producer, editor, sound guy, talent. Do it all. Do it all.
A man of many
Renaissance
talents.
Man,
Sandwich maker.
do whatever.
Oh, man.
When he was making your sandwiches, that was the craziest week stretch. I never want to see you bully somebody like that again. He said, hey, I said no salami.
I won't
No,
feel
he
it
said
salami.
extra salami.
Oh, extra salami.
Now,
I'm
some
sorry.
days salami ain't the vibe. You got to go with some turkey. You want some of the light, not as strong as salami.
Y'all eat salami?
No.
I like salami.
Oh, fried salami sandwiches with the mustard back in the day with the cheese. Oh,
Was that-
man, they used to be crazy.
Hey, just want to remind y'all before we get
Yeah,
into
bologna.
our deli talk, live show July 13th. Make sure y'all pull up. We less than a week away. Major vibes. NOTBlive.com. Go there. You probably can't get none of that good VIP extraness.
There's
but
only
you
a
can get
few
you
tickets left.
some general admission. You know what I'm saying? Gilbert Arenas will be there. Like I said, free food, amazing vibes. We gonna always put on a show like we do. That ain't never been in question. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, come rock with the boys. Don't come empty-handed. Anybody that come empty-handed, I will have escorted out. I want to see however many people gonna be there. All have gifts for one of us or all of us.
Please don't bring me gifts.
No, I want you to bring
checking
him
the bag
gifts.
back. I am not checking the bag.
I want you to bring KB some
They
Tic
didn't let me
Tacs.
bring that poutine that Erica had gave us through TSA.
She gave you some for real?
It was in the. She had gave us a bunch of stuff. It was just in a bag, and I was bringing it through, and they said you can't bring this through.
Oh,
And let
yeah.
me bring the maple syrup back though. So
Yeah, I still got that maple syrup.
I don't got that maple syrup.
That's
Use it.
crazy. I got it
use
just
it,
for
yeah.
like a, you know.
A memento. I think she would want me to try it.
Was it better than our maple syrup?
You can't tell the difference.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think they probably don't like you saying that.
Nah,
I think you can tell the
It was
difference.
it was definitely like very like genuine. Like it felt like
Genuine.
It was, I don't even know how to describe it.
The
But it felt like
sauce is-
authentic.
The
was very
syrup was
authentic
real.
syrup.
The stand-up guy. It was authentic. Dana had tried it and told me not to try it. She said, knowing me, just don't even try it. She said I wasn't going to like it.
Oh.
So it was a little too authentic. You know, I like my shit need a little red 40 in it.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. How y'all feeling, though?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good.
I'm
How you
tired,
feeling?
man. I'm tired.
Was y'all up late playing the game?
No, I woke up.
Oh, no, we got off very early.
I woke up in the middle of the night. Yeah, somebody decided to bring some BS, just like some straight boo-boo to the court. So,
Who are you talking about?
no, we always bad. We was on 90s and just brand new builds. But I'm mad that I made that build that I made because I wanted to fit him. But I think I'm going to make another one.
Damn.
Insanity.
Y'all are like 20 bills deep.
Yeah,
that'll be nice.
Hopefully, you have to do the over under for 2K25.
Over. Whatever the
bills.
line is, I'm putting over on you.
The-
You have to at least have 15 bills throughout the year.
You know, this in my
How many bills you had?
7, 8.
this
I don't. All of mines are not filled.
this is me for defense. I've definitely hit over 10 because I've had to delete. But at least I do different positions. Mike has had about 15, 16.
All the
Point
same
guards.
height.
13 of them have been point guard, all the same height, 6'6".
One of them can dunk. One of them can't dunk. And he'll lose a game. Be like, you know what? I do need the one that can dunk right now.
That's why I was happy yesterday when he said he had a center because I don't remember him making any type of center this year, and that was refreshing. But I've made small forwards, power forwards, center, guard, shooting guard. It'd be fun, but definitely ain't making this many next year. I'll tell you that. I'm not making 15 bills next year.
You just got to get a few and just get them to 99. Then you decent.
Well, that's very hard, brother. That's very hard. I got a bill that's a 98, and to get him to a 99, it's just not worth it. They don't give you nothing. It's just a stat. It's just saying I'm a 99, but it ain't like I get it. If you said I get a 99 and the next bill is automatic 95, oh yeah, I had about 4 99s for sure. How you feeling, KB?
I'm decent, man. I'm decent. I had better days, had worse days, and I feel like that's the place I always want to be. I never want to be too high. I never want to be too low.
Oh, okay,
That's how I
Giannis
feel today.
Antetokounmpo.
Is that a Giannis quote?
Yeah, you never want to be too high. You never.
Oh, okay. Let's get into basketball then. DeMar DeRozan got traded between our two last episode. He's now officially a Sacramento King. We saw Chris Duarte, 2 second-round picks go to the Bulls. Harrison Barnes in a 2031 pick swap go to the Spurs for facilitating it all. And now the Sacramento Kings got another guy.
And the Bulls are apparently trying to attach those seconds to Zach LaVine in order to move him.
Yeah.
They've been trying to attach a lot, haven't they?
It was.
How did this go from a first-round pick to 2 seconds?
What do you mean?
At first, they were trying to attach a first-round pick to Zach in order to move him.
Probably the
Now
market. Free agency is kind of dwindling down. Not a lot of teams have that many options like they once did, so maybe they're going with that logic. Based off all of the Bulls' trades this past offseason, they don't really be knowing what they're doing, so I could definitely be wrong. It still maybe could be a first round.
Well, that first rounder that was in there is a fake first rounder because it's the Portland Trailblazer pick that's top 10 protected. The Trailblazers will have a top 10 pick this year, right? Like, they're not going to be very good. So it's like one of them first rounders that eventually turns into 2 seconds anyway. So it's like, we'll just give them 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But it's so stupid because they want to turn the second round picks that we just got in this trade. When my whole thing was with the Josh Giddey, Alex Caruso thing, if you get some draft capital in that trade, then you use those picks. And now they're doing that logic. But it just doesn't make sense. It don't matter.
This would have been easily facilitated if you got 3 for Caruso instead of, because if the Knicks could have got 5 on draft night, you probably could have got 2 or 3.
Could have got a first.
And then you probably
17 of them.
just reroute that immediately. Immediately, that trade happens the next day. You go Caruso, Zach, and then now we talking about DeMar and Vooch going somewhere. So
I was thinking about making a video like ranking the front offices in basketball, and I genuinely think that right now the Bulls are dead ass last.
Based off these 2 trades,
Because even like the Wizards, who are bad, they got new ownership or new management in there, so you can't even
really
they got it incomplete right now. They've done good in the draft and stuff.
Getting away from Bradley Beal is
so that they aren't
no
even
trade
towards
clause.
the bottom. The Pistons got a brand new guy in there who's making some moves. You can't even grade him just yet. It's only been 3 weeks on the job.
He also came from Pelicans, so you can
and
kind
they've
of
done
grade
some
him from
decent
that.
stuff there. And AK and Mark Eversley might be dead ass last.
And
not only that, but they came in with such status. Like, that was a big deal for y'all.
They
Y'all
came
was
from the
geek.
Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, y'all was geek.
And then Mark Eversley was a Nike executive. So it's like, ooh, we got some dude that just got all the relationships. We got a guy who drafted Nikola Jokic. We about to be up. First trade they did was cool on paper. And then now we sit 4 years later like, damn, Vucevic is still on the roster right now.
His first pick was Patrick Williams,
Yep, Patrick Williams.
which I was not mad at.
He signed Lonzo too, right?
Yeah.
That was a really good pickup.
Alex Caruso's the best thing they've done. And then they flipped him for Josh Giddey. So it's like the greatest thing is like, maybe not so much now because you didn't maximize them. Anyway, we shouldn't even be talking about the Bulls. They suck. Let's talk about the Sacramento Kings getting the guy.
I like it for them. I like it mostly because what happened with last year when they kind of fell out of the play-in and ended up not going to making the playoffs. They want to stay competitive and get back into that mix. You can add a guy like DeMar DeRozan. He going to help you with that.
Yeah, I feel like last year, the year before that, De'Aaron Fox was one of the clutchest players in the league. Last year, he wasn't clutch player of the year. So I feel like that was one of the things that probably really hindered them from being that team that they were the year before that. And I also feel like DeMar can bring that clutch factor to this team where, like, now you have 2 guys down the stretch of games where now instead of it just being De'Aaron, now you got DeMar and De'Aaron who can both play off of each other and close out games for you. I just think it gives you a good little 1-2 punch when you talk about down the stretch of games.
I want to see them go out and make another move, one more. I really like a Kuzma or something like that. I heard that they would love to be able to continue to push for that and not be done. Because I just think they had a really magical year that first year where De'Aaron was being super clutch and different things like that. And I just think it's a dangerous game to go into the season trying to be that. Like, I wouldn't look at this trade for me if I was a King. It's like, oh, we got 2 clutch guys now. Like, you want to be in some situations where you don't necessarily need to rely on that because that just showed us last year that now that teams are aware of who the Sacramento Kings are, there's a little bit more preparation versus that first year. I think you caught a lot of teams off guard, had a lot of quote-unquote luck go your way. They was extremely healthy. If y'all, I don't know if y'all remember.
Yeah, no injuries at all when it's
Kevin Huerter had his best year.
And now reality hit, and it's not the same type of season. And I think the DeMar definitely helps them. I'm just looking forward to seeing the actual fit on paper. I don't know how much I love extending a guy that I haven't seen play with my team. And
we found out that third year is only $10 million guaranteed though, and I think that turns it like the perception of the extension at least a little bit.
Yeah, it's not. I don't. It ain't that I am totally against it. It's just for me, like it's extending a guy who isn't like one of those guys without seeing them play is always going to be something that I'm going to be like, yeah, But
If
they
they
got better.
If they got Kuzma added to that mix, I think it would be like
Yes.
it would be an easier fit because his play style, even with DeMar DeRozan on the team, like with the Wizards, he's shown like he can move off the ball. Or even with the Lakers, he showed he can move off the ball.
Does he want to go somewhere where he's not starting?
Does he have a choice?
Yeah, apparently the Wizards asked him last year if you want to go to Dallas. He said, "Nah, I'm good."
That is very true.
Because they see them as the championship contender,
and then they went to the finals. Yeah.
And they definitely could use that shooting.
Would I rather have Kuzma or Larry Marketing if you were the Kings?
Well, they would prefer Lowry, but
Yeah.
they don't have the assets to go get him.
Yeah, Larry's price is just so steep.
Did you just ask us that?
I was just wondering what y'all would think. Would y'all trade Keegan Murray to get Larry Marketing?
No.
No.
That's where I draw the line, buddy. I draw the line with Keegan Murray. I love the way that this team is shaping up, though. In all reality, who I would really love for them is Jeremy Grant. I think they need somebody who can inject a little bit of, well, let me dial back.
How do they get
They
there?
can't get there.
Yeah, without Harrison Barnes, how do they get there?
They can't. That's what I'm
can't,
saying. I would have loved. But Jeremy Grant ain't even the same guy that I'm thinking about anymore because Jeremy Grant done got the bag. He a little bit more offensive. But that Jeremy Grant from Denver, they need a player
I also
like that.
think that's probably just situational. Like he's been in situations where he had to step up offense, like in Detroit, Portland. Maybe he goes to a situation like the Kings where his role is a little bit more refined, and now he could probably get back into that Denver type
He
of
could
Jeremy
be.
Grant.
It's also not the culture thing over there. They looking to score. So maybe he get right back into the scoring bucks. Because it's like, why am I going to be the only one out here attempting to guard anything or guard anybody? What do y'all think this put them in the Western Conference? The Western Conference is like the Eastern Conference too, but I'm looking around and I'm getting stuff ready for Vegas. And I'm posing like a little something I'm putting together. And one of the questions kind of shocked me, like, oh. But then I looked at the standings and I'm like, oh, this is a good question because I don't know where teams fall up at.
Yeah.
So you got Denver.
I think the top four are kind of set. It's like OKC, it's Denver, it's Dallas, it's Minnesota. I think a lot of people probably agree those are the top four teams.
I can agree with that.
I think the Kings are not. They probably understand that they're not in the top four.
Absolutely.
But they want to be between 5 and 6, where they don't have to play in the play-in again this year.
It's a lot of
Memphis,
fluctuation right there.
Memphis is coming, man, and I just feel like they might be a team that's within that 5 or 6 range.
I can agree
as
with
well.
that.
That's the
The
thing
Suns
about
were the
this.
6th seed last year. They should be better this year. I
They
know
should
we
be.
ride on the Suns a lot because it hasn't looked great, but Monte Morris is one of the best pickups of the offseason considering the circumstances. They should be better. But I look at the Kings, right? The year that they made their magical run, they were only a 48-win team. Last year, they were 46. They were 2 games different. Now, their identity kind of shifted where when they were the 48-win team, they were the best offense in basketball. And then last year, they were not. They actually were a way better defensive team than the year before. But the teams around them got better, where that 2-game difference made them go from a 3 seed all the way down to a 9 seed. And I think that the logic behind bringing in DeMar DeRozan is like, DeMar DeRozan can help us make up some of that ground, that 2-game difference. Because if they won 2 more games this season, they would have still been in the play-in. But like DeMar DeRozan can help raise that floor. Like we saw that over the last couple of years in Chicago. He's a floor raiser, regular season. He's an Iron Man where he can lead the league in minutes played. He's 34, going on 35 soon. I'm sure that's not going to last forever. But the logic behind it makes sense because what's the alternative? We stand pat again. That's what they did last offseason, and they missed the playoffs. So it's like,
Yeah,
here's
they
a
really
talent
just happy
upgrade.
to be here. But I think the Western Conference is continuing to get better. So
I was saying the same thing, and I feel like we hinted about it a little bit with like Steph Curry, but like, what's the chance the Warriors just like don't even make it this year?
that was one of the questions I had.
With the Warriors, exactly.
Yeah, they were the
I
10
mean-
seed last year.
That roster ain't too sexy. I mean, it got Steph Curry and Draymond, but other than that,
You know what I was thinking too? Back to your question, should Steph request a trade? Hell no, man. I want to see him take. Hey, this gonna be a time where we get Steph as just like he is the option.
Yeah, it's
ain't
not
no
a-
Clay, ain't no KD.
It's not a horrible team. It just doesn't match up well
No, it
against
doesn't
the
at
other
all.
teams in the
It
conference.
doesn't.
Especially because we always look at them and think championship
Yeah.
Yep.
and hierarchy and, being at the top.
The most interesting thing that's been developing over the last season or so is that like these super duper star players that a lot of people want to go out there and get are just not available as much as they used to be.
No.
Like the Knicks traded 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges, and part of that is like we don't think that there's going to be a superstar player that's going to become available in the next 2 seasons, and our window is right now. So if it costs us a lot to go get a guy that's never been an all-star, we going to do that. Donovan Mitchell's like one of the hottest names for the Miami Heat, for the Knicks before Jalen Brunson was a superstar, and now he's off the table, at least for the next 6-8 months. You have to do the smaller things around the edges because people are holding on to their assets. And reality is, if you have one of the top 15 players in basketball, because the play-in and we see these teams going these deep runs and stuff, we feel like we have a chance.
Yeah,
so we're not going to trade them.
I said that earlier this year where I just think team construction, or maybe it was last offseason, is different. We just won't ever see it the same anymore for multiple reasons. Number one, with the new CBA, you're not going to have a stacked team anymore. So it means a lot more teams.
I think I'm anti-second apron, by the way. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I think I hate the idea of it the longer and longer we're in it.
That second apron makes teams feel a little bit more hopeful because it gives a little bit more parity. So now the Kings can be like, man, we can go get a DeMar DeRozan. We ain't that far out of it.
But then you see a Nuggets team that did everything right, and they just still their team is like slowly like they have to.
I also feel like that's part like. It's not just superstars that get like really like the big bags. Like there's a lot of good role players,
Yeah,
a lot of in-between players
that's
that's getting paid. That's going to take up a lot of that cap.
That's part of like the last 5 years in the CBA, where I read an article maybe 3-4 days ago, and it all stemmed from CJ McCollum getting $30-something million, which is crazy. Where like the NBA incorporated the 5-year supermax because Kevin Durant went to the Warriors. Right, we want these smaller market teams to be able to pay their young players an extra year and extra money so they can stay in the market. Right,
give them something nobody else can.
Exactly, and the idea of it makes a ton of sense, but it also pigeonholes those smaller markets to pay a guy like C.J. McCollum $34 million, Michael Porter Jr. $34 million. Because if we don't do it, then there's no incentive for MPJ to stand to the market. And that's why every time we see an extension now, everybody's like squinting their eyes like, damn, he worth $172 million. Emmanuel Quickly worth $172 million. Franz Wagner, $200 million, which I'm okay with both of those deals. But, like, that's what you have. So now every team is going to have 3 players that's making $30+ million and then minimums. Nobody else in basketball is really signing for $12, $15 million. Even $20 million, it feels like it's obsolete at this point. It's like you taking a mid-level or you're getting maxed out. And then 3 years after that, they were so afraid of the Warriors things happen again. They said, hey, we're going to put a second apron. You cannot have 4 max players on your team anymore. And because of that, a team that built their team organically in the different Nuggets got to say, hey, we got to let KCP walk. We got to let Bruce Brown walk. We're probably going to have to trade Michael Porter Jr. over the last season. It feels like the people that are making the CBA rules are always a year behind because Kevin Durant was gone by the time the Supermax thing, and Kevin Durant been gone for some years before the second apron thing. And now we got teams like the Boston Celtics who've done everything flawlessly. They fleeced the team a decade ago to get 2 players who are all-NBA players. They fleeced it, well, we could say they fleeced the Spurs for Darrick White, right?
Yeah.
It was like Romeo Langford and then Malachi Branham. So they fleeced the team here. They trade the heart and soul. They do everything correctly. And the NBA is saying your window is 3 years. And after those 3 years, you got to trade Darrick White. You got to trade Porzingis. You can't afford to have all these people on the team. And that's just the CBA breaking things up. It may be good for parity, but the NBA feels like it's at its best when there's this team that everybody's striving to take out. And I don't know if we're going to get that again because of the CBA.
Well, I mean, right now we have the Celtics.
Yes, we do.
Before the Celtics, it felt like it was the Nuggets. So we still
that window was 1 year.
Yeah, it was 1 year.
But I mean, no, it was. But the way that they were being talked about was like that.
Because I was talking about him like that too. I was saying that Jokic could be generating something similar to what like LeBron did, where he was like the team to beat out West in order for you to get to the championship. So like to see that it's a financial thing and not like a players clashing thing is actually kind of
also the Denver Nuggets ownership is just cheap as shit. For a team to have the best player in the world, they're not willing to spend money. But that's a different conversation.
That's the other part of the conversation. You just see a lot of teams being scared now. But it's like, and it's easy for me to say because I'm not an owner, but I just feel like, if I have the Denver Nuggets, if I have a team that's up there, I'm willing to push that line as much as possible. If I'm the Nuggets,
I knew it was a little cheap when they said you got to pay for the Denver Nuggets even if you local. You know how they get
the
local.
TV? Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
But it's just like if you have that type of team, I'm paying. I understand not going against the second apron when you are the Kings, maybe. You know what I'm saying? If I had the Kings, okay, we fighting to be the 6th seed potentially. I understand it. But when you have a chance to put something together that can win year in and year out, I just got to bite that bullet and fight for anything that come with it. The pick from 7 years from now, hey, we just got to do that because if we can get 2 rings in 5 years, then I guess that pick will be worth it. It's only not worth it if you're the King and if you're the Clippers who put together this big team with all of this money and Kawhi and Paul George are always hurt and y'all can never put it together. Then it's like, oh, damn. But if you the Nuggets, you got one, you potentially could get a second one. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, keep going and you're in that conversation every single year, then I'm willing to spend it. That's why I love Daryl Morey comments where it's like, we gonna spend money. We gonna go get the best players that we could potentially get, and whatever come with it come with it. And we don't have to find the diamonds in the rough. But I just think that roster construction is just gonna be different going forward for so many different reasons. Players want that bag. Players want that money. Can't blame them. And then parity. And it's just, I think you have to do your due diligence now. You have to go and try to find you a Jalen Brunson. You have to go and be willing to overpay for Isaiah Hartenstein. You have to be able to find Isaiah Joes and Lou Dortz and draft the Jalen Williams of the world and different things like that. So it's fun. But I feel you. It's always fun to be able to have the Warriors or KD, Durant, and Kyrie on a team or the Heatles and, you know.
Cheap owners are also a plague on sports in general. Because we at home, we can't afford a team, right? But we put all of our lives into these teams. And to think that because some billionaire don't want to spend an extra couple $1 million that they can destroy my entire team. Like 2011, the Dallas Mavericks won a championship and said, shit, Tyson Chandler can go.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I love it because he became a Knick, but crazy.
Like, and that's not bad. That's not just basketball. That's the NFL. That's the MLB. That's the NHL. They got
Can I ask you a question about that specific team? Was that smart? Because they took advantage of a time where they was able to beat a vulnerable Heat team, but it was nowhere. Do you think the Dallas?
No, but I think it's just a slap in the face to the fan base.
Yeah, once you win one, you're supposed to try to run it back.
Yeah, and then Tyson Chandler made an All-NBA team the year. Like he went to the Knicks and was phenomenal.
He was.
Like, damn, their window probably was that 1 year.
That's all I'm saying.
But it's hard to tell a fan, like, you won a championship, you got no chance of doing it again, so let's get everybody out of here.
That's the unwritten rule. Like, once you win that ring, until the next person wins it, like, you're the undefeated champs.
But
not undefeated, but like you're the
undisputed.
Just for that team, like just specifically saying, I can't remember what the team looked like at that time, but as far as contractually, but like, again, I think that's what makes certain teams the way they are, because it's like you have to be a little bit progressive thinking. Because if you win that championship knowing, oh shit, we
just got out of that.
And then you double down, and it's like, all right, because you know what happened when you win a championship. Everybody think for you. Everybody, no. All the players, their values go up in their mind. Yeah. You know what I mean? Their agents like, hey, man, he just won a championship.
Right. So now players get paid after championships.
Crazy. So now you may have to pigeonhole your franchise on a team where you know in your mind, you happy you won,
right? Yeah.
But you know in your mind, shit, we barely got there. We play LeBron and them again, man. They gonna tie us up.
Like
LeBron
ain't
let
beat the Nuggets that 1 year with that team.
They had no chance. I see what you're saying.
But no, if they would have been like, we know that team is not gonna probably repeat
so
or nothing.
That's a great
like
example though. Yeah, that team wins. Now you go into the offseason and Gabe Vincent is telling you he won $18 million a year.
Yeah.
Because he just helped y'all win a championship that your team will never forget. Yeah. Are you paying him $18 million? And then once you do, you go back the next year and Gabe Vincent goes back to being Gabe Vincent, and now your team is pigeonholed because y'all was so high off of a championship that it's not lucky. You won it. You earned it.
Those dudes got paid even without even winning a championship. Like Max Strus, Gabe Vincent.
They did, they didn't get paid by that one team.
You know who's pissed? Yeah. Caleb Martin is so pissed seeing all of his teammates go out and get big bags, and he had to.
Well, he had a chance.
He sure did.
He sure had a chance.
But yeah, he was damn near the better player of all of them.
Yeah,
especially against the Celtics.
Yeah,
then he went out
averaging like 20 plus.
And outside of Max Strus, I believe in his stuff translating. Like I think he's always him and his brother. He's obviously been better, but him and his brother have always been just like really good basketball players. And for him to translate it into the Heat culture, I think he's going to be a really good steal for the Sixers, especially knowing that he got paid $20 million less.
Yeah,
which I'm not trying to laugh at him losing money, but that's just a crazy situation to
You know
look
who
at.
also was about to lose money? Y'all saw the Gary Trent Jr. report from this morning?
No, I did not,
Hold on, let me see if I can
woke
pull it
up extremely late this morning.
really fast here.
which is why
I think
my
I
voice
glanced
sound like
past
this.
it, but I don't remember exactly.
It's another one of them ones. And he's
Like,
clutch, too.
He's clutch. He's
clutch.
clutch.
Y'all feel this while I find this article real quick.
He's clutch. Nerlens Noel had the situation with clutch. I do not like what Derrick Jones Jr. situation ended up materializing with clutch. But you can't really. A lot of people try to be extremely hard on clutch because they move a certain way. But it's like a lot of those guys. They only got like a handful of stories that didn't go their way.
I was gonna say
Everybody else get paid.
They get paid.
the majority about like what you say 3 people right there.
Yeah.
And there's probably got to be some
We'll
couple
throw
people
2 more in there. Yeah.
It's got to be like 90-95%. You're getting paid that money.
Yeah,
I don't know what they get their guys paid
They
and
do.
paid handsomely too, bro.
Per
And that's-
source, the Raptors were willing to bring Gary Trent back at an annual salary of around $15 million, but
Really
Trent's
good money
camp
for
was
him.
looking to raise that to about $18.5 million he made last season. Something in the $25 million range was believed to be asked. And
There's
now he
no
might
way
be
they got to the
signing.
market and thought he was going to make more money than Caldwell Pope, who was another clutch agent. So is that his camp or was he telling them? That's what I would want to know.
I have no idea.
Those are the type of conversations I wish we can
'cause
have when
he-
you interview
he
players.
didn't have that crazy of a year either to where he can be coming out demanding that type of money.
I think players be going into these markets feeling like, oh, it ain't shit out here. Maybe I can get a little 1 year front loaded,
Yeah.
but it just ain't worked that way. It ain't working that way.
You know, I also didn't see like the market being that like that for him either.
I didn't either.
So like I thought he was gonna be a good little 15 to 18 mil type guy.
Like the mid-level
that's-
exception type.
I ain't think he was getting 15. No, I just felt-
think shooting's at a premium and he's one of those dudes.
I just felt like you though. I've kind of felt like he didn't do much.
Yeah, he
I
didn't.
always have liked his
Yeah.
game, but I just feel like
He definitely has regressed from those years in Portland a little bit where he was looking like really good, but I don't know.
That man is still 25 years old.
yeah,
He
he was
has
a
a lot
one
of
and done.
potential.
Isn't that crazy?
I
feel
think
like
he
he's
has
been
to
there
take this
forever.
bet on himself deal.
I feel like the Portland years
go
feel
to a
so
team.
long ago.
They do. They do.
Like he was playing defense.
Yeah,
Yes.
traded
Like,
him for Norman Powell.
yeah.
Yeah.
If he goes somewhere where he can get back to that defensive guy he was at Portland, knocking down threes at a consistent rate, his value is going to go up significantly. Take this 1 year
I
deal.
mean, he shot 39% from 3 on 6.5 attempts. That's
gonna
about
get
as
him
good.
up.
That's
D
about as good
Mills
as it
love a
gets.
dude going back to the old days. He always talking about can he go back and
Yeah,
that
maybe
one time
Jeremy
he was sitting
Grant
in
could go
that
into that role where he's
love the
defending
old
again.
days, but one thing about
Sometimes,
the old days,
sometimes you got to
D.
get back to what made you special. And
I agree.
That was one thing that made him
A
special.
lot of these
You think
dudes
he was
don't.
special in Portland?
No, but
He was sought after.
Yeah,
He was sought after.
he built his name in Portland.
That's a
Sometimes
fact.
you got to get back to your roots, man. Sit your ass down in that chair, move them feet, cause havoc.
Where should he take the bet
I
on
can't act
yourself?
like I
deal?
watched the Raptors second half of the season.
I think a team like the Bucks will probably be more fitting. There's a lot of opportunity there. They're a team that don't have a lot of depth.
Great answer,
So like,
Derek.
I don't think the Lakers are the best.
Great
fit, but
answer,
I think
Derek.
the Lakers are an okay fit.
Tattoo pilling
Or
you in your bag.
even a team that doesn't have a lot of depth as well. In Phoenix, Phoenix doesn't have a lot of depth. They could use a guy like him.
I don't like it. They position loaded where he play.
He ain't playing the foe.
Booker, him, Allen. Who else they pick up? Monte Morris. I know Grayson Allen got hurt, but there's just too many bodies. I love Portland though. I love that you didn't say the Lakers, and I love
He
Portland.
will be a Laker though.
You said, I mean,
The
Bucks,
Lakers,
Milwaukee.
the Lakers be seeming like such a setup when guys do this,
Yeah.
man. Because you go over there and it's
It's either really good or really bad.
Or even
Yeah.
the Heat are a team that's looking to compete. You can go there, build up your
they
value.
need shooting always.
They also got a lot of guards.
They do. They do. Terry Rozier, Tyler Hero,
Kind of it.
Josh Richardson,
Oh, I guess he counts.
Duncan Robinson is going to basically play guard. I feel like I'm missing one more. I feel like it's one more white guard over there. But it's Tyler Hero.
Nikola Jokic.
No,
considering him.
he's a forward. Who did they draft? Khalil Ware. But yeah, man, I just think it's different. It is so different.
Yeah, there's a lot of the role players.
Tyus Jones is still out here.
Yeah, the role player market is still just sitting. There's guys just sitting, and I feel like that's part of the second apron thing that you were talking about. Like these guys are sitting that are good quality role players that it's kind of hard for them to find a
There's
spot.
no middle class, bro.
It's hard to tell guys to bet on themselves too,
Yeah,
because you one injury away from never. You know, I heard Andre Iguodala say, who was another good guy I would love to have on this show for these type of conversations, especially with his role with with the Players Association. But Andre Iguodala said, when you take the pay cut, when you take the role, when you do all of these different things, you can't go back from it.
Yeah.
They always put you in that box if that's who you are.
Yep.
Which I would love to do the research on it, but I don't off the top of my brain. I can't remember anybody who like did that and was like, "Oh, we got you later."
Same thing with like coming up 6 man coming off the bench. Malik Monk will probably forever be a 6 man, just because that's what he's done over the last couple of years and it's been successful.
So that's similar to what James Harden did when he took that pay cut at Philly. Daryl Morey told him, "I got you later." He didn't give him that money, so then now James Harden called him a liar and he left.
Yeah,
So I guess essentially,
and it worked out for James. He got $30 million annually.
yeah, which is very good for him.
What, 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years, 70, so $35 million. And I think part of that was like Ballmer told him immediately when he got through the door, "We're gonna give you 30," because he did not play for 30 this season. He just didn't. But
He was their best player in the playoffs, though.
what a sad thing to say.
You know, at one game he was going toe to toe with Kyrie and Luka.
That's the James Harden experience.
He
You got
had-
that one game. That
Well, I
2
mean, I
games.
guess Paul George had the game too. He made that corner shot. I guess they
Let's
both
talk
had
about the Paul
game.
George stuff because
That was a very interesting interview.
we don't get that.
No, we
There's
don't.
a million player podcasts, and none of them is telling us exactly the way.
Yes, he
contract
started from
negotiations work.
October all the way up until now.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
You know why, right?
Well, he was just trying to just expose what happened.
No, I
The
think-
disrespect.
Yeah, the October
Yeah.
shit clearly.
Was
Yeah.
it 2 years,
The-
60 million?
2
Yeah.
years, 60 million? I
The
don't even
Tobias
know.
Harris contract.
Ah,
I don't even
If-
know why they proposed that to him.
If that did not happen, I don't think we get any of this.
Mm-hmm.
It would just be simply a lot. It would just be like, oh man, you know, it ain't work out. We went separate ways. But that 2 year 60 really, really.
why would they put that on the table and think that he would say yeah? Now, so again, I read somewhere that it was the idea was you opt into your $50 million or whatever it was this year that he was. What was it? $48 million, and then we add the 2 years, $60 million on top of that. So it's not as bad, but it's still like, brother, I'm Paul George. You know,
He clearly knew the market for him was much higher than $30 million. So why would he take that much of a pay cut? And then he saw the extension Kawhi got, and he was literally like, hey, I'll take the money Kawhi got. It ain't what I asked for, but since y'all view us equally, pay me what y'all paid Kawhi. They offered it to him.
eventually.
Yeah, eventually. And then he was like, I want a no trade clause since y'all see that I'm that dude and that y'all want me to retire a Clipper. They didn't want to give him a no trade clause.
The Clippers have
Have
been
a
lying
history.
to people
Blake Griffin.
this entire time. They told I can't show the screen, but this is a picture on my phone of
His
a
banner?
shirt. Well, they did a lot for Blake Griffin. The first
Yeah.
one is they gave him a shirt that said, "Hey, you're gonna be an LA pioneer." On this shirt, it is Muhammad Ali, JFK, MLK, Abraham Lincoln,
I never heard of this
Gandhi,
shirt. I never heard of this shirt.
Albert Einstein, Barack Obama, and Nelson Mandela. Then Blake Griffin. What the fuck is Blake Griffin doing on this shirt?
Blake
say-
Griffin and MLK is the craziest
That's
crossover.
so crazy. They
He's
say
up there
we
with
want
Gandhi.
you. We want you to retire a Clipper. They do this whole thing of them raising his thing his jersey in the banners. They said we're gonna retire your jersey, Blake. You re-sign here. You helped change our entire franchise. Because before Blake got there, they were the worst ran franchise in basketball by far.
They
And
traded
then
that boy
6 months later,
before he can even spend some of that new money.
they shipped his ass to Detroit.
Yeah, not only did they trade him, they traded his ass to Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Right.
They didn't even put him in a good winning situation as like a thank you or nothing.
And
know
Ballmer
how-
tried to shake his hand. Blake said,
He got out that jail. And you know how the NBA is. These guys talk.
Oh, sure.
Paul George saw what you did to Blake Griffin. Okay, we can get the money, but I want that note. You want me to be a Clipper so bad to retire? If you tell somebody, Mike, I want you to be NOTB forever, and Mike say, all right, so prove it. This is the way you prove it. You want me to retire here? Give me a no trade clause. And they said,
And then he said, okay, since you don't want to do that, give me 4-2-12.
give me the money then.
You can trade me anywhere you want.
Yeah.
You can trade me anywhere.
then-
And I'm glad we having a conversation on the podcast because I was doing a stream last week and I had told people like, you know, I'm just saying what it is. Paul George is my guy. But I'm like, you know, Paul George, anytime he says something to do something, he's become one of those guys, social media is going to find something to have a way with it. And I felt like it was a lot of attempts to take what he was saying and be ignorant.
Yeah.
Like this conversation. even on I was watching the Gill podcast last night. They talked about this, and it was like Brandon Jr.'s like, I don't know why these guys be asking for these trade clauses. Like, you ain't Bron, you ain't KD, and Gilbert is like, what does that have to do with anything? It's the leverage.
Matisse Thybulle has a no trade clause in his contract.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
It's only 2 players, LeBron and Bradley Beal.
No, because Dallas put that in his restricted free agency contract, hoping that
Google
Portland
that,
would
brother.
match it. And then
Bradley Beal and LeBron James are the only 2. Because somebody's just went off, so it came down to the NBA. It was just talked about 2 players: Bradley Beal, LeBron James. But
You know, D Mills be knowing his stuff.
no, that's why I asked
Well,
him.
he kind of be knowing it.
I asked him to Google it.
Thybulle has a no trade clause, meaning he has the right to approve or deny any trade he's a part of.
Yeah.
So why do they say Bradley Beal and LeBron was the only 2?
I'm not sure.
Because
he is
they
right.
also were saying something about the real no trade clause.
What's the difference?
Somebody was saying, and I think it may have been Gilbert. There's like this, it's like a kicker and shit, but then there's like a you can't trade me. But that's interesting. What is it? What does that full thing say?
So it just says, so if Joe Corner elects to shop Thybulle at this year's trade deadline, he'll have to find a landing spot where Thybulle wants to go to. That's pretty much all it's saying. I just remember that Dallas.
I just read somewhere that the only 2 players somebody had a no trade, or did Kawhi used to have? Somebody got a new deal, and in that new deal, their trade clause went away or something like that, and it was like, now the only 2 players in the NBA is Bradley Beal and LeBron. That is very interesting.
I guess people probably don't think of him.
You said,
Thybulle so
And he got a
random.
15% trade kicker in that deal.
and you said
Dallas
Dallas got it from him?
Dallas offered
trying
that
to
to
get
him
him away?
in their restricted free agency. So they put this in there hoping that Portland would match it. They matched the money, but then they added these extra things hoping that Portland
Good
would
shit,
match
D-Miz.
it.
Who is
And
his agent?
I don't know.
He not
It
clutch,
might be
is it?
Darrick himself. Shit. You know all the details.
Because I thought for sure Matisse was for sure gone, but then when it happened, I found out.
We was hoping he was gone.
Yeah.
That would have been a really good pickup for them.
Well, isn't also if you get a qualifying offer but not an extension, you also have a no trade clause?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Don't ask me shit. I just thought that the only 2 players that had it was Beal and LeBron. At
'Cause I
this
think
point,
that's-
ask him.
Because
He
I
know.
think Paul Reed also technically had a no trade clause because he had a qualifying offer but not an actual extension.
Okay.
It's something like that. I played enough 2K my GM to kind of feel like that's the truth.
See what I'm saying? The Athletic. They just said they have a post that says the only 10 NBA player contracts in history to have a no trade clause is David Robinson, John Stockton, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Dwayne Wade, Dirk, LeBron, Melo, and Bradley Beal.
Read them again because I think there's a polar bear in Arlington.
David Robinson,
Yep.
John Stockton,
Makes sense.
Kobe Bryant,
Makes sense.
Tim Duncan,
Makes sense.
Kevin Garnett,
Makes sense.
Dirk,
Yep.
D Wade,
Mhm.
LeBron,
Yep.
Melo,
Yep.
Beal.
Okay. Yeah.
Why
Polar bear in Arlington.
why does this not include
I
Matisse
mean, now
Thybulle?
it's gonna be Matisse Thybulle. He's just got to update.
Yeah.
Was that recently published? Like
This was
Because Matisse thing was 2023, right?
this was 2023.
Oh, damn.
so maybe that's the timeline? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Because like
Yeah, dude, the NBA.
I wonder if it's called a no trade clause or something else because it's a little bit. I don't know.
Somebody in the comments will say something because I'm sure there's a 76er fan who fell in love with Matisse and know everything about his contractual construction.
But no, back to your original point though. You said that they were asking why would he not Bron?
Brandon Jennings was saying that, and Gilbert Arenas was just basically letting them know, like, man, it's all about leverage. Like, nobody cares about anything, which is why Bradley Beal got it. He was like, man, Bradley Beal was a 31-point scorer for them at a time where John Wall went out, and it was either give me everything that I want or you lose me for nothing. The Wizards was trapped, and instead of losing him for nothing, which we all was like, man, just losing for nothing, they gave him a bunch of money and a no trade clause because they wanted him that bad. When you have the leverage in anything, and that's why you'll see a Bradley Beal not fit with David Robinson and Kobe's, because he just had a certain time in his contract where he met a team with some demands and they were desperate enough to give it to him. So, yeah, I think Paul George did the right thing. He had the leverage.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna lose me for nothing? And a lot of people try to take that as him thinking he's better than Kawhi.
No.
I don't think that he thinks he's better than Kawhi.
That's why he said, pay me the same amount of money since y'all view us as equals.
And then, like KB said, if you tell me I'm going to retire, then you might as well give me no trade clause, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Because essentially, if he does sign that $3,150, they could just trade him whenever at the end. If they like
just
this
like
ain't
they
working,
did.
Literally
like
6
Griffin.
Would
months.
have caught him with their fingers crossed behind their back.
Yeah. And you know what's so crazy? But they don't have to say those things. You don't have to tell Paul George, I want you to retire a Clipper to convince him to sign a contract.
Yeah.
You don't have to add that. And it doesn't do anything because, again, now you have a history. It's like, never mind. I was going to make an analogy of like a relationship or something.
I was
I
thinking
know.
the same thing.
You know what's
KB.
funny? I was
Go
it
on, because I don't know what
crossed
you
my
finna
mind,
talk
too.
about.
It's like someone cheating and saying, baby, that's not who I am. That's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you just have a history.
I was
We
seeing
know.
the other way. Like they say all these things like it's that honeymoon phase or just like, you're saying it because that's your significant other, but at the end of the day, like,
Actions speak louder than words.
yeah, you're not going to always be married to that opinion whenever. Like feelings change over time. So
Definitely.
maybe I did feel like that one day, but
That's why you got to be
things
careful
change,
because
you know?
your girl going to ask you for stuff in the right time.
Yeah.
You're going to be in that hotel in Vegas feeling like a king. You know, when we get back home, I think we need a new couch. Mike gonna be like, whatever you say. Get back home. I said that? No. But no, yeah, man.
In the NBA, things move fast, man. Like
They do.
Feelings change really fast. Like all it takes is just one little instance for you to be like, okay, maybe I want out. Like Steph Curry even said it. Like right now, he wants to be a Warrior for life, but he said in the NBA, things change fast.
I love that quote too.
So like he's not promising he's gonna stay here forever, but he's saying
And put some
right now he
pressure on
wants
that
to.
ass.
Yeah.
Put some don't ever
I
let
wonder how
no.
many
It's one of those
coaches-
like it's very LeBron-esque quote. LeBron would definitely subliminally add pressure to the front office.
Yeah. And Steph Curry doesn't do that often, man. So
I'm-
it's,
I
I think
wonder
this is
how
only
many
like the second
coaches
time I've seen him do it.
have had that same thing where it's like team or organizations brought them in and like, we want you as our head coach. And then like a year later, they're just out the door. Like kind of how
Monty Williams.
it could be like that too. That one I feel like they
He did
wanted
something.
him, but he didn't really want to be there. So, it
Yeah.
was, but like with the JJ Redick stuff, like there's both mutual interest and all that. They believe he's going to be there for a long time. It'd just be really ironic. It's like 2 years down the road, they're like, nah, we're just good on it.
Yeah, Paul George wins at the end of the day though.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. Y'all did all of that, and the man ended up getting 412. Anyway,
And he's still with a contender team.
It would-
he would a better team.
A better
team that
contender team, for
yeah,
sure.
looks a lot better. So,
Yeah,
and y'all left with nothing.
He said he called Kawhi. Kawhi said, "Hey man, go get your bag.
What is
I ain't
PG
got nothing mad
average?
to."
You know what Gilbert Arenas said
22.
too? Gilbert Arenas said, y'all do that, and then the Clippers gonna suck, and the 76ers finna give you two picks for Kawhi. I mean, 2 players and some picks in Kawhi in a couple years. Just for him to go link up with them over there. I was like, oh man. But yeah, it was that's one of the things I'm interested to talk to Gilbert about. I really want to talk to the next few players we are able to talk to. I want to really dive into what free agency is really like. I have my own perception. I think y'all probably have y'all own thinking of what it's like. But when they say Paul George is meeting with the Mavericks and the Warriors and Sixers at 12 o'clock, blah, 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 what is that meeting like? What is a real negotiation like when you saying, yeah, when they offer you 2 years, $60 million in October, but then y'all got a game the next day and you feel disrespected? Are y'all walking past each other, or is it fake? Hey, what up? Is they in your face trying to, you know what I'm saying? I really want to know, are you getting a phone call from Blake Griffin saying, hey, you remember how they did me? You know what I'm saying? I want to know every single detail.
If I was Blake, I would be have the ultimate grudge against that organization. I
Sent
would
that
just
boy
be
to
on some
Detroit.
BS with them.
On the last leg of his career.
And he had a phenomenal season with Detroit, too.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he
It's a
did.
ridiculous year, but still, golly, to be on a shirt with Gandhi to living in Detroit is crazy.
Yeah, that is an unfortunate way for him to go out.
Yeah.
All of that, though, I like Harrison Barnes going to the Spurs.
Yes.
I like Chris Paul being there. I think they're going to have a nice little, OG status in that locker room with those young
Yeah.
guys. Not that I think they about to make them win 55 games or anything like that.
They made the play in.
But I just
If they were in the East, they were locked to be a playing team.
I wouldn't doubt that if they was out east.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate they in the West, so they probably gonna still be a lottery team.
They could be.
they could be
40-win
good, man.
team, though.
They could be good.
Chris Paul, he's been
This is what he
usually
known
a
for, right?
winner
Yeah.
in that regular season.
Another
He's been a damn good winner.
Another floor raiser.
We gonna forget last season with the Warriors. That one didn't really.
I
count.
want to see Chris Duarte shake something for y'all.
He's not.
I want to see Chris Duarte shake something for
He's
them.
not. I promise you.
Shake something off.
I promise you he's not.
We've been having ankle injuries.
Bad shooting for him or something? Hasn't hit a shot in 2 years.
I was gonna say he came in, he couldn't miss.
Yeah, he could not
He also
miss.
was 24 years old when he first came in.
He could not miss.
Old ass rookie.
Yeah, he's 27 now. It feels weird that he's one of the vets on the team right
How
now.
old was Daniel Tyson when he looked 25 when he came into the league at first?
Yeah, he sure was.
That was
He sure
crazy
was.
when we
But at
was
least he
doing
had an overseas career. That boy Chris Duarte came out of college like, what's up?
Did he kind of have an overseas thing? He came. Didn't he come from
Don't ask me.
Dominican Republic
Don't
and
ask
had
me.
to go to a few
I don't know if
schools?
Chris Duarte plays on the Bulls. I think he's just a roster spot.
Chris Duarte is gonna play for the Bulls.
We
Y'all
got-
ain't
we
that
got a lot
damn
of
good.
no. We just got a lot of. I would rather play the 18-year-old wing versus the 27-year-old wing on a 1-year contract.
Who's the 18-year-old?
Modest was 19-year-old.
Well, he's gonna play.
That's what I'm saying. Him, Patrick Williams. We still got Dalen Terry, Julian Phillips. All of those guys I'd rather play over the 27-year-old
Daniel
Chris
Terry
Duarte.
been in the live.
He better. He NBA player.
I seen emails. He tweeted.
He's the biggest Dalen Terry fan I know.
Yeah, I know. I seen that.
Because even when we went to that game, I know if you remember, you were like, yeah, he gonna do something. Like, his ass not finna do nothing. And I think he hit a 3. He's like, I told you. Like, oh, my fault. DT, do your thing, man.
I think he got somewhat type of potential.
He
He
gotta
went
learn
to
how to
school in
shoot.
New York.
He's got to learn how to shoot more, better.
Yeah,
His shot is kind of wonky looking, too.
It is. He didn't work with Sean Livingston though. Maybe we finna see him get into that mid-range game.
We trade DeMar DeRozan for another, and we get
Two-
DeMar DeRozan in the farm system.
2K is shit. He go link up with Chris Middleton. Chris Livingston. He just got everything.
Now he got Midi Magician gold out
Real.
of nowhere.
I like it
win
for
some
the
minutes.
allure of like Twitter. It is interesting. It's cool to see, but like Mike said, I got to see some results.
It is kind of, that is very cool. Because usually
Actions
you'll see
speak louder.
somebody working out with like an all-timer or something. It's like Sean Livingston. That is kind of cool.
Sean Livingston could teach you something.
For sure.
He-
Yeah,
Sean
Sean
Livingston could
mid-range
hoop.
right there.
Sean Livingston was going to be a perennial all-star. He could definitely teach a lot. He was one of the best in that class, man.
It's so
One of the
sad.
best from Illinois, Peoria.
Peoria.
Crazy how just one injury could just change your whole career.
And then to be so good to be a guy that was about to be a star. What was he, 3rd overall pick? And then to have a traumatic injury and then reshape the career to be the player he ended up
champion.
being.
Like a champion, a very key role player.
And even
on those
before he got
championship
to that
teams.
Warriors team, I liked him with that Nets team.
Yeah.
He was on that Nets team, I think, with KG and them. Or maybe the little time after. I really liked him on the Nets.
It's just the Clippers curse. That knee, like, basically exploded. It's crazy he ever even came back, honestly.
They were telling him he might never walk again. They thought he was going to have to amputate it.
It's insane, bro. All right, when we come back, we're going to be talking about the most underrated picks up in free agency, but let's hear a word from our sponsor.
Why should you bet with Caesars Sportsbook? 2 words, Caesars Rewards. Every bet brings you closer to the type of benefits only Caesars can offer. Hotel stays, VIP experiences, sports and concert tickets, and more. It's not just an app, it's an empire.
Free agency is not done. As we talked about, there's still guys on the market, but we've seen, let's say 85% done. Some of the biggest things have fallen, though, especially if Larry Markkanen's not going to get traded. Who are some of y'all favorite underrated pickups of free agency so far?
We just mentioned it, but I really can't get over that Chris Paul one for San Antonio. What Wemby did last season, you gotta start buying into that. And they didn't rush anything. They didn't give up no like crazy picks or anything. They actually brought capital in with their trade that they did, and they just went out and signed Chris Paul, and they got Harrison Barnes too. They're just putting better players around Victor Wembanyama and seeing where it goes. And honestly, I like it. They have a chance to make the play-in this season, and they really haven't gave up anything.
I think I like the Harrison Barnes pick up for not for more so Fizz, that he can come there and he could be a flippable asset at some point. Like teams may want him, like competing teams, just because he is that vet. I feel like the same for Washington with Big Val, like a team who maybe their center gets hurt or something. With him being on such a friendly deal, Val may become a valuable asset on the market to be traded.
A lot of these players, they've been on the trade block for years. Just because they go to a new team, or the other team just going to be interested in them.
Yeah, Harrison Barnes,
He been
could have
trying
got
to get
traded
moved.
for 7
The one
years.
thing I would say about Val, he's on a new contract.
3
Harrison
years,
Barnes, I don't know what that one was about.
I kind of just like Harrison Barnes being on the roster.
I
man.
do too. I thought this was you was gonna go into.
Oh no, I do like him on the roster, but I also think for such a young team with such a young core that I don't think he's a long-term plan for them.
Well,
I think
Oh,
he's
no.
I think he's somebody.
I don't
who
think
they,
it's one person
Chris
in the
Paul is
basketball
not a long-term
world
plan
that
either.
yeah, no, he's on a 1-year deal. I think Harrison Barnes is just a guy that they probably think that he can come here, play up his value, and we can flip him. We can get assets for him again.
Maybe.
It's hard for me to think that because the Kings couldn't get assets for him. Like Mike point, I
just think it was
I
hard-
think there's
yeah.
value in to be able to get somebody
Yeah,
and take what they can give you. I don't think every trade needs to be something that we flip. I think that's how teams get in trouble. If they were trying to trade him for a very long time, so now we're about to get him, and we're about to prioritize him for him to boost up his stats and inflate them when we have Wemby, Vassell, Sohan, who the hell they just Stefan Cap. We're not giving no Harrison Barnes no opportunity to go out. Hey man, go put up 27 in the first 2 months. No way.
no, I just think he has to do it within his limited role that he has, and other teams that's like competing for stuff might be interested in.
I hope they just take him for what he is. I think having him and Chris Paul there would be good for those
Just
young
like
players.
good mentorship?
And I think they can play with them. They are two guys who I think can play on the floor and share minutes with these young guys without getting in the way of their development. And I think that is the type of stuff that the Spurs have to take advantage of, because there was a lot of conversation that I'm going into the offseason and getting these major things that would, I think, disrupt it. Trae Young coming in there is not the same as Chris Paul, because Trae Young is an all-star level guard who has to command the basketball and look for things in his career that he's trying to achieve. Same with DeJounte Murray. Chris Paul at this point is really just want a chance to play, want a chance to teach, and help mentor. And I think Harrison Barnes, who's always been a true professional, will come in and do the same thing. Whereas, like, yeah, I don't think anybody thought that Harrison Barnes is now part of this core. But he's going to be a professional. He can play off those guys, make some shots, help them win a couple of extra games with experience, and give them some options, and then make guys work. I think it's value in having guys that are young but not entitled. Hey, man, you not doing what you need to be doing? Harrison Barnes can go get your minutes. Come here.
It's definitely the Chris Paul way to see a young up-and-coming rookie look amazing and say, hey, I want to play with him. That's exactly what happened with the Clippers.
Vic better have the most lobs caught next season.
He better, because that dude I made yesterday, I put him on the Spurs, and I'm like, man, the idea of playing with Vic always gets me, but every time I put my career on him, it's just like, bro, he misses so many lobs, bro. He misses so many. I got to check his badges and see what his aerial wizard on, but he misses so many lobs from
That's
nothing.
such a big catch.
That's what I'm saying. And I've been on this team with like 7 of my builds. Just like, oh, let me just go here. And then I get there and it's like, we should have 35 lobs in this game.
What do you think the start lineup looks like in San Antonio?
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul, Devin Vassell, Vic, obviously.
Is HB starting over like a Keldon Johnson?
Keldon Johnson didn't start last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's why I think HB probably slides in at the 4.
And then it's Jeremy and Wemby?
Yeah.
Damn, Stephon Castle don't start.
Nah.
I
Well,
don't
we
think-
have to see how he looks, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think it really depends. Because I think more so you probably let Stephon Castle slowly learn the game at that PG spot, because it is probably the hardest spot to learn and develop at in the league. So I think you let him come in and play behind Chris. Then eventually he
I
takes
kind
that
of like
side
him and Chris in the backcourt. Maybe they don't do it from day one, but I would like to see them experiment with that.
And then where you move Devin Vassell down and let Jeremy come off the bench, or is Harrison Barnes now going to the bench?
Either or. I don't know. I wouldn't care. Jeremy Sohan is not a guy that I look at as like has to start. Devin
see that.
Vassell and Victor Wembanyama has to start. Everybody else, we'll figure it out. But I do agree with you. Keldon Johnson did come off the bench last year. And that is what I like about Pop. Like, it's very hard to predict because, yeah, Pop will sit your ass down if he want to. He ain't scared to shake it up. A guy who started, Keldon Johnson was one of their vital guys. And then last year, it's like, nah, we gonna have you come off the bench. So I think it could be the same thing for Jeremy Sohan. Like, yeah, you might come off the bench to start the year. We'll see.
Malachi, you in the starting lineup tonight.
Damn near. Because Chris Paul ain't playing 82 of them.
Definitely not.
Is Devontae Graham still in his roster?
No, they traded him in order to make this trade happen. They traded him back to the Hornets, and the Hornets waived him.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I wanted number 4, and he was on the team, but they gave it to me. I'm like, I forgot.
Yeah.
Devontae Graham was on the team.
Shout out to Devontae Graham for preventing the Nuggets from winning the second championship, man. That's his legacy to me.
That one shot.
One shot changed.
That's like the last game of the season or like the second to last?
Last game of the season, game-winning shot. No home court advantage for you, Denver. And they would have won against Dallas in the second round, but that might be a better matchup for Denver, honestly.
Yeah.
There's no
Luka
Jokic
versus
answer there.
Jokic?
Yeah, there's no Jokic answer there. I really like contingent on if this guy stays healthy. The Jonathan Isaac deal surprised the hell out of me, but now that they broke it down, that it's a decreasing salary and it's not completely guaranteed, that's a great pickup for the Orlando Magic because he's like maybe one of the 2 best defensive players in the entire world.
Yeah, what he does with you at 6'10", being able to guard 1 through 5 is kind of amazing, and he rebounds the ball well. I think his thing has always just been health. If he stays healthy, he's one of the best defenders in the league, if not the best. Like I've seen him when they was playing Anthony. I've seen him defend Anthony Davis very well when Anthony Davis was like the guy. Like Jonathan Isaac is that good.
It's an interesting offseason because they obviously got KCP, but the rest was just all continuity moves. We're going to keep everything else together. We're going to get KCP. We didn't go get a true point guard, so Jalen Suggs, get ready to do it. You're going to be leading the charge. But also, like, Paolo and Franz are both ball handlers, too.
I was really surprised at how much playmaking they took control of last season, and they did it pretty well. Obviously, it's going to be growth and, learning to not turn the ball over as much and make smarter plays, but they did a lot for how young they are.
Yeah, I think Paolo and Franz, I think they're young right now, but I think over time, the ball handling and playmaker thing, I think Paolo will be able to take full control of that at some point. So I feel like he has that point forward-esque
That's what the postseason was for him. That was another one of the eye-opening things about Paolo, who had a phenomenal year. He had a bunch of turnovers because they were sending 2 at him every time. But the playmaking, the vision, just bringing the ball up time and time again, it was very Jason Tatum-esque because Jason Tatum played point guard pretty much the entire playoffs too. Just a big-ass guard wing that can do everything, and that's like the mold.
They just lucky to have him because I really don't feel like we talk about how good Paolo has been.
Yeah, he's been amazing.
His trajectory is what every team has strived for with their number 1 picks. Come in, have a really amazing rookie year. Second year, you're an all-star who takes the team to the playoffs, gets to the playoffs and doesn't get exposed, but instead pushes the team to 7 games.
A veteran team.
And you lose because your co-star essentially went 1 of 15, 1 of 16 on a night that typically it's just like the worst night Franz could ever imagine having. And y'all blew a lead essentially. I mean, that's
your third best player was awful too for the series.
That's
shooting the ball.
What everybody with the number 1 pick is looking for. Who had the number 1 pick last year? Oh, the Spurs. Yeah, like
the Spurs won that one too. But
so Vic is probably about to have a Paolo type second year.
I think he had a better season than Paolo last year.
A better one.
Yeah.
But
I think that's what a lot of teams strive for. I just think they got glossed over this season, so like it's so regular. Like that's like
because they at one point did fall down the standings.
Yes, they did.
They were down to like that 9-8 range,
Yeah,
and then they
were.
quietly climbed back up and was right back in the top 4 range. And I was like, damn.
That's because their defense was there all year.
And they kind of got banged up a little bit, so then they eventually got healthy.
They had a ton of injuries last
Yeah,
year,
they did.
honestly.
did LaMelo do the same thing? Was LaMelo a second-year All-Star or third year? Might have
I'll
been
check.
third year.
I'll check
Yeah.
for you real quick.
He might have been third.
Melo's career is basically 1 year in my mind,
Yeah.
somehow.
I got something to bring up with LaMelo.
He's so
Or
damn
later.
good. LaMelo was an All-Star second year. Yep.
Second year?
Yep. He went from 15 points to 20
LaMelo
points
is
per game.
so good that it sucks that the man can't stay healthy. Because when he's healthy, that team could be a 38-win team.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot because the roster's bad. The roster's bad. And they should be better this year.
In 2023, he averaged 23 points, 8.5 assists. Like he was, and his turnovers was only at 3.6. I mean, he has a high usage rate.
I
So
use this guy, yeah.
that's fine.
All of my complaints about the Ball family is that none of those dudes try to get to the basket at all. they all don't get to the free throw line either. Like if LaMelo stays healthy and also
He
gets
shot
to the
5
basket,
this year.
that's in 6 games. That's pretty dope. If he could get to the line a bunch and then just get to the basket a lot, the ceiling is incredible for LaMelo. But the man can't stay healthy, so we can't really talk about it.
I guess it's also it's probably like that thin frame. Probably don't really feel comfortable going down there banging it through contact, but like.
You got to as the point guard. You got to be.
I just don't think we seen
I
him.
like the confidence on a jumper though that he does. It's not always the best shot, but like he's a threat to pull it from anywhere at 6'8".
He has the most
6'7".
inconsistent shot form in the NBA, and it doesn't matter. It does not matter.
Yeah.
He'll shoot it like his brother did his rookie season, one play, then shoot a normal jump shot the next play. It's like, what the hell is going on? And both of them will be cash. What did he shoot from 3 last year? Do you still got his basketball
It was
reference up?
30. I got it right here. He shot
35%.
What about
on
the year
9
before?
attempts.
37.
On 10.5
See, it's a lot of 3-pointers, which is fine. It's 2024. I just want him to get to that basket because we know he can.
Yeah.
We know he can.
Damn.
The Hornets should be a fun
10
team.
attempts is crazy.
It is, but that's 2024 basketball for you. I want them to go get Brandon Ingram. Based just like on some 2K, not logical. This is not like bad. Like I want them to go get Brandon Ingram.
So Grant Williams. What else is in that deal?
It would have to be a big 3-teamer.
Yeah.
It would be the Pelicans trying to acquire a center. It's not a lot of centers on the market, especially if Clint Capella's not available. I know a guy in Chicago that could play center though.
I like Brandon Ingram, but
He gonna be back home, North Carolina.
I'm interested.
I'd rather just let Brandon Miller rock out.
You don't think he can still rock out? You don't think he can rock out next to
Be
B.I.?
square.
I'd rather just let him rock out fully because the LaMelo situation, this might be his team fully.
Maybe.
Even if LaMelo get healthy, he finna be like this. See y'all later. That's the best thing that they could be happy about with the injuries the last 2 years. Last 2 years he played through this. All it does is make all of the teams around him want him, and he gonna be dipping. LaMelo is not finna stay in Charlotte that long.
How do we get the Pelicans a center? Or are they cool with Daniel Tice being their starting center next season? What do y'all think?
They might have to rock Eves Missy, man. Who out there? I don't know. I got the list of best available free agents right in
Oh, well,
front
they
of
don't
me.
got no money to spend in free agency. So it would be like a Brandon Ingram-centric trade.
Oh,
to get
right,
a center.
duh.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking
And
about.
now the Cavs are no longer trading Jared Allen.
They're not
so
trading
like,
Jared Allen.
Vooch is the only center that's really available.
Right?
Wendell
But
Carter.
He doesn't fit their...
You said Wendell Carter?
Wendell Carter. Not saying that they want Brandon Ingram, but
Right.
Yeah.
But
CJ McCollum. Or did they just get a guard? They just got
DeJounte.
Pope.
Oh, you talking about the Magic?
KCP. Yeah.
Because they need something in return.
Oh,
He said
I'm thinking
Wendell
something about
Carter, but-
the Pelicans.
I just saw a report like
That's a low
week
ass
ago.
lineup. Zion and Wendell as your front court.
Hey, Wendell play big. Don't sleep.
And he can space it for you a little bit.
It's like Brook Lopez is potentially
budget.
an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they want a
Oh,
first round
I
pick
know,
for Brook.
yeah, but I'm just saying centers that might be on the market. It's a dry ass market for centers right now.
It is, bro.
So they might just have Daniel Tice be the starting center to
If they
start the
got
season.
Brook Lopez at the end of the career, like
It would feel weird.
That
it would
would-
feel weird,
but
but
it
I
was
feel like
archetype is the one you
I would
want.
want
Yeah.
to see how it would work.
Yeah.
You know
This
what I'm saying?
Clay introduction is like the 31 is crazy.
It definitely give off it's over vibes.
It gives
for him.
off that my league vibes.
At this point in my career, you still can't leave me open. I know that's right,
That's
Clay.
definitely true.
I know that's right.
Only reason I ask about the
You sound like a
Pelicans.
dad for real.
That's literally
Did y'all
my
hear his dad?
that's literally my mom saying. No,
I know that's
Because Michael
right.
Thompson, obviously a Laker guy.
wanted him to go to Lakers.
He just wanted him to go so bad. He went on this big rant. It's just funny because it's like y'all probably see each other at Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff. You gonna be mad at your son for
Hey.
going to another team.
Why don't Portland?
Portland is another guy with centers, by the way.
Yes.
But why did they do with
I
Brandon
don't
Ingram?
know.
It had to be a 3-teamer, right?
I don't know.
Where you get some draft capital for DeAndre Ayton or something,
Yeah.
or maybe it's Rob Williams who can't stay healthy either, because they got three real playable centers over
Robert
there.
Williams is definitely the more tradable asset.
You got to get Aiden.
Or Aiden. But
Just
Aiden
because-
makes so much money.
Huge.
But he plays.
At least he,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking
Unless-
at that.
Never
If I'm a GM, I'm looking.
He gets stuck in the
unless
driveway.
it's a nice storm.
New Orleans.
New Orleans, they got that.
Yeah.
They got hurricanes though. That might
They-
prevent
Oh,
him from
hell
showing
yeah.
up
With the
completely.
Celtics, I was like, okay, we can give Robert Williams a little pass, maybe some. But no, it happened with another team. I'm still looking at that.
And
like,
Celtics, I still remember
They were
him
pissed
being
at me.
traded and them
They couldn't
saying,
believe it because
Man,
Robert
yeah.
Williams.
I drew up one trade on this show about Robert Williams being a part of the trade, and they were like, "There's a 0% chance Rob gets traded." Literally 2 days later, his ass got traded.
and then y'all won a championship, and none of y'all talking about Robert Williams.
Yeah.
Just be talking.
So yeah, the Portland has 2 bigs that could potentially be moved. Milwaukee might have a guy, and then Chicago. Those are all of the centers that are on the market for the Pelicans. So it might just be a Daniel Tice hold it down for now.
Because does Vooch intrigue?
No, I don't think he does. He doesn't
I-
fit with it. He can stretch the floor, but
But
defensively,
he's not realistically a stretch. I think we put that.
His
they'll
mind
take
he
that.
is, though.
Yeah. The
And the
idea
difference
of
is
him
if going from Valanciunas to Vucevic at this point. It's like
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a little bit more mid-range shooting. Yeah.
you got Nick Richards in Charlotte. Jakob Poeltl.
Jakob Poeltl's another one.
About me and
I like
I'm
Jakob.
interested in.
at least Jakob
But they
is bringing.
traded a first-round pick to get Jakob. I don't think they're trading Jakob away because they have to say, like, oh, yeah, we fucked up.
That's okay.
Jared
It's just
Allen
Jakob.
still out there?
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Kenny
no.
Atkinson said his raps. That's my favorite
That's his
player of
boy.
all
Yeah,
time.
that's his boy. Him and Karis LeVert.
So here's the trade.
Let Kenny Atkinson just get this roster and just try it.
Here's
once.
the trade. Is Vucevic going to the Pelicans? Again, they don't like it, but this is my
gotta do
this is
something.
literally
You
my
gotta do
league.
something.
This is my league. Brandon Ingram goes to Charlotte. Grant Williams goes to the Pelicans with Nikola Vucevic.
I'm already off it.
And Cody Martin comes to the Bulls. Contractually, everything makes sense. Probably want some draft capital.
Cody Martin still play for Charlotte?
Yes, he does. $8 million a year. I drew it up yesterday.
My boy.
So
You randomly cooked up this trade yesterday?
yes, because I was
He's been trying to get Vucevic off the
Thank you.
team for a long time now.
and that's like the only place that kind of needs a center other than the Warriors, who don't get people over 6'8" anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you just gotta take what you can get if you.
It's worth
that
a try.
desperate. Yeah.
Draft capital has to be involved, obviously.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I didn't go that too far.
It's hard to always predict who has the leverage with draft capital. Obviously, the Bulls are probably getting the less of the bunch. Cause
Yeah, they don't get nothing because it's the Bulls. They lose every trade. The Pelicans probably get something because they're giving up the best player in the trade. So, I'm just saying Vucevic could be a Pelican in my league,
I would try it.
Yeah.
or it's the Warriors.
the Vucevic with the Warriors.
I like that one.
It's
Like Draymond
Vucevic and Javon for Wiggins.
I feel like Draymond would hate having to deal with Vooch.
Really?
Who does he not hate? Not hate?
I was gonna
though?
say,
I
what
feel like
makes-
defensively, Draymond.
If you're not doing this at his feet, he hates you. If you're not bowing at his presence, he's probably hating you. But it's like he would still be the best center they've had in the last 5 years,
Yeah,
10 years, baby.
I had thought James Wiseman was gonna be that guy.
Yes, you did.
That was your boy.
Now he's signing for a minimum
Still your boy.
How
contract.
he doing Drew Walls?
What team he play for?
How he doing Drew Walls video?
What team do he play for?
Washington or Charlotte. I forgot who he signed to.
Neither.
I forgot what
Right
he signed.
conference.
Oh, maybe we should play that game. Who he signed to? How locked in have y'all been?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I think I've been locked in.
I forgot where James Wiseman was.
Because you. I
So
think I've been locked
if
in.
you know, you just let them try to figure it out. And
Oh
then you
yeah,
can
I
jump
would.
in.
I would let y'all do y'all thing.
Kyle Anderson.
He's with the Warriors.
Yes. No, he is. He signed for 327.
Okay.
Mo Bamba.
Oh, I don't know where Mo Bamba is. Because Philly, I don't think Philly brought him back because they signed Drummond.
You don't know, mate?
Nah.
Clippers.
Thomas Bryant.
The Heat.
Yes, he stayed with the Heat. Alec Burks.
Didn't he go to the Clippers as well?
No.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Miami Heat, the other guard I was thinking about. Not white though.
He said he was
Not white though.
Chris Dunn.
Oh no, he went Chris.
He
Chris
did.
Dunn,
No, I
he
just
just-
seen it too, D Mills. Not just seen it, but I remember seeing it too.
It fits him great. That's what I'll say. It makes a lot of sense.
He went.
They went the Bucks, was it?
No, it was somewhere in the West. I think he went to the Clippers.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, okay. I overthought it.
I like that for him.
Simone Fontecchio.
Oh, he just signed for like $16 million.
You know that bag, paper chaser.
Paper boy.
Hell no.
Did he stay in Detroit?
Yes.
Yes, he
Okay.
did. Come on, Mike. Pick up the fucking slack, dude. All right, this one's for Mike. Colin Gillespie.
Oh shit.
That's
The Spurs,
No,
the Cavs,
no,
did he stay
the
in Denver?
Grizzlies.
no.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
No, I don't know.
He's a son.
Oh.
I ain't see that one.
All these other ones are pretty. Aaron Holiday.
Ooh.
Did he go back with the Rockets?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe Ingles.
Oh, Joe Ingles just went to Minnesota.
Okay,
Yeah.
good job, good job, good job. Kai Jones,
The Clippers.
Did he? Yeah. I didn't see him sign anywhere.
Clippers.
Okay.
Najee Marshall, y'all got that.
I had Joe Ingles in that trade thing going to the Timberwolves last year.
Did you?
Hey.
Well, yeah, last season.
Where Najee Marshall go?
Najee Marshall, the Mavericks.
Damian Lee.
At least he stayed in Phoenix.
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
good job. DeAnthony Melton.
He's a Warrior.
Shake Milton.
Shake
He
Milton
is,
went to the Bucks.
Nope.
Oh no.
The Nets.
Yes, he did.
It's part of the McHale trade.
Drew Peterson,
No.
Illinois' very own.
I can't help you on that one, man.
USC's finest.
Come on, he's a local boy. NBA champion Drew Peterson. Don't sleep.
What team won the championship with?
The Pistons.
He won a championship this season. And he re-signed. He stayed with the Celtics. Trevelyan Queen.
Yeah, I don't.
He just signed too.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know. Who
I'm
that
just
is.
get the guessing.
Yeah, I guess. Why not? What you got to lose?
The Heat.
No. It is an Eastern Conference team in the same state, though.
Orlando.
Orlando Magic. Torian Prince.
Just signed recently.
Yes, he
too.
did. He signed with the Bucks.
Okay.
You got to go far. He
Adama.
stay with Birmingham. Who?
Adama Sonogo.
Oh, I don't know.
The Raptors.
No. Keep going. Y'all got to get this one right. I'm sorry.
The Bulls.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Bulls fan. He played minutes for us last season. I don't know where you were at. Drew Smith.
The Wizards.
No.
I don't know.
The Heat.
Yes, he stayed with the Heat. Last one. Tristan Vucevic.
That's Vucevic's brother. You ain't know.
His career high game was against Nikola Vucevic too. I was watching that game like, why the hell is Tristan Vucevic taking off right now?
Is he with the Clippers?
No.
The
The Wizards?
Yes.
Okay.
Actual last one. Because y'all didn't get James Wiseman, did y'all?
No, we did.
James Wiseman.
It's funny because he signed a 2-year deal.
Is it with the Pacers?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Actual last one. Cody Zeller.
He stayed with the Celtics.
Cody Zeller was not on the
No,
Celtics.
no, no.
last
Think
season.
about Luke Cornett.
Yeah,
Big tall white guy. He's been in the league for 11 seasons. Shout
The
out to Cody
Clippers?
Zeller. No.
What college you went to?
Indy.
Duke.
The Suns.
Fall fails. White guy went to Duke.
No.
The Suns. Oh no.
Y'all got to get this one right.
Milwaukee.
Nope.
Is it a team that's trying to be competitive?
I guess.
Is it the Bulls?
No.
He guessed. So it means they fake competitive.
The Heat.
Nope.
Not the Magic. Not
Same
the
division.
Pacers. Oh, same
Oh.
division as the Magic?
Atlanta.
Yes, Atlanta Hawks.
Ew.
You don't like the Cody Zeller fit?
No.
They already got like 7 centers. It's like Cody Zeller cabal. Let's talk some Olympic stuff because that's going on soon. The 27th of July is the first official game.
LeBron was voted the best player amongst his peers.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah.
That's not a surprise. You mean on Team USA or just the entire tourney?
Yeah, on Team USA.
Oh, okay, word. Yeah, that I guess that's not a surprise whatsoever. But we saw some scrimmage footage, and that boy Cooper Flagg looks disgusting.
Yeah.
Which is surprising that Larry Markkinen might not get traded. Because, like, if there's any time to tank, it was 2 years ago when Victor Wembanyama was in the draft, and then it's this year, I guess, because that man Cooper was 17 years old going at Braun. Like, it don't matter. But how y'all feeling about Team USA so far this year?
I mean, I'm excited. I'm very excited just because, like, it just gives you basketball in the offseason. Like, you get to see these top dudes just still playing at a high level, and That's kind of really what I'm excited about. I think they look good. Everybody's healthy. I think that's something that you can always be excited for.
KD might not be. He hurt himself the other day. They say he'll be fine, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be a lot of good basketball. I said it on the Linear Show. I think a lot of people don't realize how fresh a lot of these guys are going to be because for the first time, none of them have gone on championship run except Jason Tatum and Drew Holiday. But Bron was, out of the playoffs early. Steph didn't even make it. KD and Book got swept. AD and Bron was out. Kawhi didn't play in the playoffs. So a lot of the top players for USA are fresh and ready to play. Bam, like majority of this roster was one and done or didn't even make the playoffs.
Halliburton was like also someone who played
His ass
extended
not gonna
minutes.
and
play.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
So, I just love that. And I look at some of these other rosters and a lot of these other groups, and I like these teams, man. I like these teams a lot. You look at France with Batum, Fournier. Obviously, you got Rudy and Vic, Bilal Coulibaly. Germany, obviously, they be doing their thing with the Wagners. They got Dennis Schroeder. It's
They're
just
working on chemistry. We working on talent.
Okay. You threw me off. I'm like, Japan got Rui. Rui finna represent. Yuta Watanabe.
USA got the easiest group, by the way, by far. Like, it's really just Serbia that you should maybe be worried about.
Got to take out Jose.
Do y'all think
Jose
that y'all can
Trent
name
Waters.
any South Sudan player for an NBA?
Is Rondé Hollis Jefferson on South Sudan? Or is he on a different I just
don't
remember
think-
him looking like
I was
Kobe
looking at their
Bryant last
roster.
year.
I don't think
He's
I don't
not on
think
this
he
roster.
was.
They have a lot of guys, though. Listen to this roster. They have more than y'all know. The first one's going to
Is Thon Maker on the team?
Yes.
Okay.
First
so I
one-
named one. Thank you.
First guy is the obvious one that y'all probably just not thinking hard enough.
South
Is
Sudan.
Zach on the team?
Bobo,
Oh, okay. Word.
Oh,
Word. Is
Wayne,
Luol Deng on the
Wayne and Gabriel.
Okay.
Luol is not, but there is a dang on here. Harlick Jones,
Yes.
Carlick
He played for
Jones.
them in FIBA. Yes, he did.
Thon Maker and McCure Maker,
Okay.
Okay.
and JT Thor.
It's a
Got
real
a
team.
jump shot at the game.
Oh,
They,
and they
they're
got-
all 7 feet tall, by the way.
And they have Mario Shayok. Y'all don't know that name, but y'all remember years ago in Summer League, number 35, looking like the Kevin Durant. I know y'all remember if I show you, it was a guy who was with the Philadelphia 76ers Summer League, and he went viral because he was getting buckets and he was looking like KD. He's obviously not 6'9", 6'10",
Yeah.
but if I showed y'all the clips, y'all would be like, oh, he went to Iowa State. He went to
Okay.
Iowa State. But yeah, they got
That's a real roster. There's some real talent there. But the USA should dog walk their ass by 40 at least.
No, yeah, we better dominate everything.
The only team that they just refuse is Puerto Rico.
What do you mean?
There's no roster.
It's the people that are NBA is Jose Alvarado and Trent Waters. Those are the only NBA talents on the team.
I still be wanting to know because it might be like
People that went to college. that you might know. Yeah.
Daniel Tice is with Germany too.
It's a small backcourt though.
Isaac Bonga, your boy,
Yep.
former Laker, is on there too.
how much does those age drop against Team USA?
23, 27, maybe.
I
And a
like
36
Spain's
point
roster.
loss.
Spain got Lorenzo Brown. Now, do they have Lorenzo Brown because he plays over there?
He
Oh
might
no, his nationality is American/Spanish. He's from Rockford, Illinois.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
No.
I just know him from NC State.
Spain is ranked second in the tournament, but they're not the second best team in the
They got
tournament.
Lorenzo Brown, Rudy Fernandez,
Who's like
Santi
100.
Aldama,
I was gonna say, bro, he's gotta be old.
He
as
was
hell.
playing against Kobe in 08.
Juancho Herman Gomez, Willie Herman Gomez, and then they have Usman Garuba. Here's a name y'all haven't heard in a while. Alex Abrinas is on this team.
That's a good shooter right there.
OKC legend.
And then you got Australia with Dyson Daniels, Matthew Dellavedova, Dante Exum, Josh Giddey, Josh Green, Joe Ingles, Jock Landale, Patty Mills, and Duop Reef.
And they
They
cut
got a
Matisse
low-key
Thybulle.
gritty ass team.
No, that's a
Yeah.
good team.
They did.
Yeah, they cut Matisse.
They cut
I saw
Matisse.
that. That
I
was
think,
surprising.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Canada and Germany are the two teams that once we get to the knockout round, those are the two teams that might give us a little pressure. But like maybe, you know.
I'm excited to see Joel versus Jokic in the Olympics.
Yeah.
I know Joel said he ain't too worried about going against Jokic, but
Yeah, seeing him in the first round or the first group is gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. We just got so much talent. I actually saw that Brian Windhorst said that he believes that AD and Joel and Embiid are going to start together.
What?
Okay.
That's what he said.
That's a big-ass lineup. But, in those rules where you can hit the ball off the rim,
Makes sense.
that makes a lot of damn sense.
Yeah, especially you got to go against Jokic in the first game or two. Bring both bigs, man.
Y'all know everybody that's on the team, right?
Yeah,
You can name every 12 player.
probably.
Yeah.
Can you?
Every what?
You can name every player on the USA roster.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. I'm only asking that because this is what I want to do. I'm gonna give y'all a player from the dream team, and y'all tell me who's them on this new team.
Okay,
It's not gonna always be accurate, obviously.
Yeah.
right.
Christian Laettner.
Tyrese Halliburton,
Why is that?
because they won't play. They just won't play enough. There's no real young player on this team. Like Christian Laettner came in out of college, right? He
Yeah.
didn't even have an NBA
Yeah.
experience. This team is so stacked. There is no one-to-one Christian Laettner, but the only parallel is like Halliburton probably is not going to play minutes.
Bam Adebayo might not play minutes. He could be your
If
Bam.
both of those bigs are starting, Bam is going to play real
Oh, right,
minutes.
right. I forgot
I
that
had
fast.
I had thought one of the bigs was coming off the bench.
Right,
Me
but
too.
if that report is right, then
So
Bam
then
is going to play
KD
real
and
minutes.
Bron are starting, and so Bron gonna play the 2 with
Man,
Steph.
I have no idea.
Bron could play the 1 and Steph could play the 2.
I was gonna say you talking about the greatest players of all time. They'll be all right.
Yeah, they'll figure it out for sure.
But I know Jason. It don't seem like Jason Tatum will be starting.
Yeah,
Mister, he needs to start.
Well, Jason Tatum's got more points in the Olympics than Steph Curry, so maybe he should start.
Jason
over
Tatum is
Steph.
also wearing 10.
You know why?
I damn sure know. David Robinson.
probably AD.
Ooh,
I like
I feel
that.
like this is AD.
I like that.
I think it's AD.
Yeah,
I'll let that. Yeah,
You was gonna say Embiid?
no, because Embiid should be somebody else.
Patrick Ewing.
That's who Embiid
yeah.
is.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick
I
Ewing's
like
from
that.
Jamaica, but played for Team USA. That's exactly what what Joel Embiid is.
Larry Bird.
Kevin Durant,
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen.
Drew Holiday. No,
I don't know if there is a good Scottie
Anthony
Pippen comp on the
Edwards.
team.
My Scottie Pippen may be Jason Tatum or Kawhi.
Oh,
Kawhi.
Kawhi.
No, Kawhi's
Yes, it's
hurt.
Kawhi easily.
It
It's
is
Kawhi easily.
It's Kawhi.
Michael Jordan.
LeBron.
LeBron.
I
Yeah.
guess. Ugh.
Clyde Drexler is Anthony Edwards.
Anthony
Yes,
Edwards.
it's Anthony Edwards.
The reason, Karl Malone.
There's not.
Hey, Bam.
Yeah,
I don't want to
Probably
put you and
Bam.
Karl Malone in the same sentence, brother. I promise you. I don't
There's
want to
no
do
more
that for
bigs
you.
left.
I think the Michael Jordan one may have to change.
To who?
It's Anthony Edwards. Let's be real. Anthony Edwards is Michael Jordan.
LeBron needs to be Karl Malone or Magic Johnson.
He's Magic.
Oh,
He's Magic.
I forgot Magic.
He
Yeah,
is Magic.
Magic.
So
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards is Michael Jordan. You want to know why? Because last year when they went to go play overseas in the FIBA, Steve Kerr told Anthony Edwards, "You're gonna be our sixth man." And then they went to 2 practices, and Steve Kerr said, "Actually, you're our best player." So that's the Michael Jordan.
Clyde Drexler will be. Nah,
It can't be true.
Yeah.
he has to be. No. Chris Mullin is going to be Devin Booker. John Stockton has to be. No, Chris.
When Clyde Drexler would be Devin Booker.
That's what I was thinking, but you got 2 shooters. John.
All I'm saying is this 2024 team sounds a lot better.
Because there's no Steph Curry.
There was 0 Steph Curry.
Like, we can't even.
There's no Steph Curry. You're absolutely right. None of these dudes even touch Steph Curry, except for Jordan, of course.
I'm just on my play style.
Yeah, I'm not going. I ain't saying stupid shit on here. I'm gonna leave that for you. I don't know. This team, this dream team, nasty. Just as far as how they fit together, this team nasty. Because I haven't even got to Charles Barkley. You have no Charles Barkley.
We have no
on this
Charles
team.
Barkley
Yeah.
at all.
You have no Charles Barkley.
We had a Charles Barkley. We beaten everybody.
You got-
by 90.
You got Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Charles Barkley, David Robinson.
Yeah.
I like this. I like this current team we got too. Ugh, brother.
We got Bron,
I
KD,
think
Steph
we're
Curry,
What did I say? What did I say the lineup was?
He said
Magic
it was
Johnson,
MJ.
MJ.
Scottie. said
Pippen?
Scotty.
I lied. It's Larry Bird.
Larry
Larry
Bird.
It's
Bird
Larry
started,
Bird.
Yeah.
Larry Bird, Charles Barkley, and David Robinson. Then off the bench, you got John Stockton, Clyde Drexler, Scottie Pippen. Who do you want at your 4? You can go
Barkley?
Chris. No, he started.
Oh, you put him in the lineup?
Matter of fact, you can go small. Go Stockton, Drexler, Mullen, Pippen, and then Ewing. I like the dream team, man.
Yeah.
I like the dream team.
Do you think What do you think the Dream Team scores were? Like, were they blowing everybody out? I'm about to Google it because I literally don't know.
I think
they
so.
had to be.
I think so.
I would assume so, but
Except the last game.
Who's the leading scorer on the team? That's a better
Jordan.
question.
Michael Jordan. Nope.
Charles Barkley.
It was Barkley at 18 points per game.
I like
Oh.
that.
What was Jordan
17?
15.
Okay. 15 wasn't what?
15, 4, 2 rebounds, 4 steals.
Oh,
Damn, he was out
he was
there.
active.
But what were they boosting his steals over there too?
No,
No, because he's really like that. Stop messing with Jordan. Then Karl Malone was third. Chris Mullin was fourth. The lowest score on the team was who?
Christian
It
Laettner.
wasn't.
Oh shit. John Stockton.
John Stockton. Christian Laettner played more minutes than John Stockton. John Stockton only played 48 games. I don't know if he was.
What
dealing
was
with
Magic's
something.
numbers?
Magic in the 6 games was
12.
8 points, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. It's so much talent. You can't.
I
really
love that
copy
team.
your
I
shit.
love that team.
Yeah, there's not going to be any inflated stats.
Yeah.
Because
Who had the most blocks per game?
Oh, I'm already out of there. So their first game they played together was against Angola. Final score 116-48.
damn,
Damn, that shit sound like an AAU game.
Will USA win any game like that? No.
maybe
No, because I think there's no team
Talent
like
gap.
Angola in this thing.
I can't name one person who potentially was on that team.
Let me see. Angola national team. Let's see. All-time guys. Yep. 0.
Not even one.
Not even
Bruno
one.
Fernando is their third best player
That
in
tells you
history.
everything. No offense, Bruno. It was amazing in Maryland.
Game 2, they won 103-70 against Croatia.
Croatia probably had a player or two.
They beat Germany 111-68.
well, damn.
They beat Brazil 127-83. They beat Spain 112-81. They beat Puerto Rico 115-71. They beat Lithuania 127-76. And they beat Croatia for the gold 111-85. They didn't
Bro,
sweat
yeah.
the entire tournament.
Not even close. I didn't hear one single digit game
No,
in there.
Look at
not
the
even
two-
a 20-point
Look
game.
at the
in there.
2018.
2008. What's that, the Redeem team?
Yeah.
Redeem team scores.
They had a close game. They might have been a team
against Spain, right? That's what Rudy Fernandez did this thing.
Because Kobe had to run through that. Let Sim
Was
Gasol a
it? I think
message.
Kobe was 16-0 in the Olympics or something like that.
That
I
kind of
thought
makes sense.
I thought I just seen the stat.
Team USA has won the last 3 golds. So that's what, the 12-year stretch. So that kind of makes sense. I think the women's team has won 6 in a row. They just dominate
Oh, wow.
But Redeem team, they beat China by 31. They beat Angola can't catch a fucking break against Team USA. They beat them by 21. So better,
Okay, they
better
got
time this
better.
time
They got
around.
better.
They held Team USA to 97 points. That's impressive.
It is.
They beat Greece they beat Greece to 92-69. And then that famous Spanish game, they beat Spain by 27 points. In my mind, it wasn't that big of a
Was
game.
it a big comeback?
One of these games are going to be close, I remember.
Oh, I'm sorry. Those are the qualifiers. I'm completely sorry. The Spanish game that we're thinking about was 118-107. So that's the close game.
Okay.
That's the close game. My fault.
And then I got the stat here for Kobe thing. So he was 36-0 playing for Team USA, 16-0 with the Olympics. So
That's
he ain't never
insane.
lost.
Not
So
even a
now
FIBA
tell me their roster. Their roster
was insane.
is
too.
more. Is the one I would probably take over.
Bron, Kobe, Melo, Wade,
Come on, man.
Bosh.
Come on,
No,
man.
that
Keep
team
going,
was-
Derek. You
Michael
suck.
Red's on that team too.
No,
Carlos
he's
Boozer?
not. Yes, he is. Both of them. Yeah, keep going, Derek. You almost got the whole roster. You missing 2 prominent
Derrick
point
Rose is on that
guards.
team.
No.
Chris
No, he's
Paul.
not.
Chris
Chris Paul.
That's not the team.
Chris
D-Rose.
Derrick
No,
Rose
D.
not
Rose
even
is on
NBA.
He's on 2012. He's on the 2012
yeah.
roster.
2012
Or the 2016 roster. I forget which one.
Darren Williams on that team as
Darren
well.
Williams on the team. You missing another point guard.
Another one.
Now coaching in the NBA.
Coach of the Mavericks.
Oh, Jason Kidd. Yeah.
Yep. And the only guy you did name, I don't think, was Tayshaun Prince.
Oh,
Did he
yeah.
name Dwight Howard?
Oh, he
I
did you
didn't
name?
I didn't
okay.
name Dwight Howard.
Yeah,
either.
Dwight Howard too. So that's a stacked squad, obviously.
That's the one where they had the clip of them all
In the
eating at,
gas
like
station?
McDonald's.
Wendy's.
Yeah.
Wendy's. I thought it was McDonald's. They had like a Big Mac.
You
It
wanna
might have
bet
been
money?
Wendy's. Huh?
You know I'm so detailed oriented. You wanted to bet money?
It was Wendy's.
Oh, it's D. If he
yeah.
knows Wendy's,
Yeah,
it's got to be Wendy's.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy. With social
no.
media now, they probably couldn't even do that.
Hell no.
Pull up to a local
2012.
Wendy's and just enjoy yourself.
So the 2012 roster also got gold. This team has Tyson Chandler, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Dan Williams, Iggy,
Harden.
Kobe, Kevin Love, James Harden, Chris Paul, Anthony Davis, Carmelo.
The
Young
team
Anthony
is-
Davis.
Golly.
This Anthony Davis is Christian Laettner. That's the rookie.
That's exactly what it was.
Golly, that's insane. This roster's insane. All right, so let's keep it going. Was it 2016? This team also, of course, got the gold. This roster is Jimmy Butler, Kevin Durant, DeAndre Jordan, Kyle Lowry, Harrison Barnes, DeMar DeRozan, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, DeMarcus Cousins, Paul George, Draymond Green, and Carmelo.
Yeah. Why LeBron ain't playing this year?
It's a very good question.
I just heard Harrison Barnes in there.
Yeah.
This is the Paul George year, right?
Yeah, Paul George.
When he hurt his leg.
Oh, damn. Yes, it is.
LeBron may have been too ran down. He probably went to so many finals back to back. He probably just took.
Oh, yeah.
2020
He won
Olympic
the 9
team.
straight finals.
Why
Also
wasn't Kyrie in?
got the gold. This team in 2020, Bam, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant has a gold medal.
Yes.
Draymond Green, Drew Holiday, Keldon Johnson, Zach LaVine, Dame Lillard, JaVale McGee, Chris Middleton, Jason Tatum. This team, compared to the ones we just read, was weak as hell. They still,
I like
they
that
still
team.
got the gold.
Yeah, that team
Yeah.
was decent.
Let's see if they were like blowing.
That was
blowing
a
people
that
out,
was
though.
the year where it was talking Damian Lillard was playing in the Olympics with like his abdominal injury.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
They actually did lose a game in the preliminaries to France. I actually remember watching these things
Evan
in the
Fournier
basement.
went off, didn't he?
In the basement, I remember when I had that thing. And then in the gold medal game, they only won by 5 against France.
Damn.
Yeah,
So
they
it was
were
some close
actually,
games.
I think they were down. Wait, is this the year? KD was on the team, right? You said?
Yeah.
I think this was the year where they were down 20 at half and they had to come back and win.
You're absolutely
They were
correct.
down 20 at half to France and they had to fight back.
And then we get this year because we had COVID, so it's now this year. So
Just give us the ring or give us the medal.
right,
Just give it to us.
Just give it to
Don't
us.
earn
You
it.
ain't-
the
you ain't
talent's
hear
so
that
much
roster?
better now. It's so much better now. But yes, give us the gold. It's happening. But the question is, who's got the silver? Is it Canada? Is it Germany?
It should be Canada.
I would
Canada
like to
got a
see
whip.
Team USA and Canada meet. I don't know.
Yeah.
Would
Last
that
time they
happen?
met last year, Canada smoked us, but we weren't playing for anything anymore. We had already been eliminated from getting the medal, so they just smoked us. Also, that team was awful. They had one center. It was Jaren Jackson Jr. And Walker Kessler was on the
They
team
have
too.
Paolo
Young
playing
Walker
some
Kessler,
backup
yeah.
five.
Yeah, I remember we were about to board a flight to somewhere, and I was watching it on my phone, and Paolo was playing that 5. I was like, "Hey, that's
He was getting
decent."
blocked.
He
I'm
was.
like, hey.
Where were we going last summer?
I don't even remember.
What was it?
It was probably either
Miami,
It
Houston.
was in Miami. I know that for sure.
Could have been Houston.
Vegas.
Maybe it was Houston. Maybe it was Vegas. I don't know.
No,
No,
going on
Summer
during
League.
Summer League.
Didn't it
Oh, yeah,
wasn't
true,
during Summer
true.
League, yeah.
So yeah, maybe it was like Houston or something. That does kind of make sense because I be remembering like the terminals we're at when we board and stuff.
You do?
Yeah, at least for some like I remember the Miami one, so that's why I know it was.
I remember the Toronto one, but that's pretty it.
Yeah.
Just because it was where all the small airplanes were. Like
Right.
it
Yeah.
was-
Yeah. I'm excited to travel with y'all again, man.
It's been a long
Well, we're
time.
not technically traveling together.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think though. But
We,
we
I
gonna be
think
there
we
together.
are. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we are traveling together. We're leaving together.
We're not leaving together.
We're not?
I have a different flight than y'all.
Oh, you do have a different flight than us. You're right.
But regardless, we're gonna be in a
We
different
traveling
city
together.
I forgot the KB.
I had to do it differently. Sorry.
It's a little far, but I got it.
They asked me this morning, like, what do you want to eat on your flight? I said, nothing. The fuck? Oh, no, rigatoni.
We prioritize team bonding.
Well, you get on that plane, you do not see each other, you don't talk to each other, you just sit and pray that you get there safely.
No, we be at the
Not to be worried when
we
we
be
get
at the
back,
gate.
When we used to get back off that plane, like
We ain't
get
even
back
talk
home,
to each other.
Nobody said anything. Nobody waited. As soon as you get off the plane, you go. We
It's
might
time to
see
go.
each other picking up the bag.
Yeah.
but
Everybody
we
just want to get
heading
home.
off, Yeah.
Everybody just want to get home.
Especially
Well,
after
I
30
don't
minutes off
mind
getting
waiting,
off the
but
plane.
I can't wait for somebody who's choosing to be last.
37F.
Choosing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike be sitting all the way in the back, so
You be back there with me.
I usually move up.
Oh, that's 2-3 seats.
No, Derek move up way more than your ass.
Mike won't know his seat until he's literally looking.
Until I'm checking in.
That's a different level of I don't care that I cannot be with. I need to know my seat, and I need to know.
That's why I want
It's
to
an
know. I
opportunity
want to know
upgrade.
ASAP because like I want to literally look
Yes,
and see if I can upgrade my seat.
y'all are better than me.
Most time I be sleeping on a plane anyway.
True.
I've only fallen asleep maybe twice on a plane.
I'm getting a lot better at sleeping on flights, man.
Really?
After takeoff, Mike, as soon as he sit down, the takeoff. I don't understand sleeping through takeoff, bro. I do not understand that at all. It's just
I
too
think
much motion.
I'm falling
I
asleep
mean,
during
I-
takeoff once.
I gotta
That's
wait for the
crazy.
plane to start moving, then I can fall asleep.
That's so we have to be cruising altitude for me to be like, all right, we good now.
I just needed to be like, I can feel the wheels moving on the runway. Then I'm
That's
like, all right, we
insane.
cool, we started.
Because sometimes on that takeoff, it could get real bumpy, and you just
Yeah.
sleeping through
Yeah.
that.
I mean, that's good though, because that's
Yeah, I
bumpy
envy
shit.
that. I envy that.
Do you sleep the whole time? Like if we going
Nah,
to
I
San
usually wake
Francisco,
up,
do you
like,
sleep?
I probably wake up once or twice.
I need
but
something
I'm
to
usually like
watch.
But
dozing off.
he be raw dogging flights, no headphones.
Nah, I be
Yeah,
having
now that is
headphones.
crazy.
I
He
be
has
having
headphones
But
now.
there has been times where you've traveled.
That was
with
like
Nothing.
my first couple times, but I learned from that.
That's crazy. My first flight, I had an iPad. I had not the Switch.
I
I
think our
had
first couple flights was also to like New York.
New
which
York
was
is
like
an
an hour and a half.
Yeah, but I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
When we went to Toronto, it was a 40-minute flight. I had like 7 shows downloaded because I ain't know what vibe
Always
I was going to
ready.
be on.
Always ready.
Yeah.
Always.
I look back, Mike in a sleep with no headphones, no nothing. I'm like, this dude, it might be.
I'm
a
downloading
sociopath.
YouTube videos and movies. I got my Switch,
Yep.
iPad, laptop.
Everything.
I'm buying Wi-Fi for the cell phone.
I saw
man.
Mike eventually though. He downloaded somebody's Twitch stream, and I thought that was interesting. It was a Madden stream. I remember you
It
downloaded.
might have been just like a video on YouTube
Oh, okay.
that I downloaded. But no, that's when I got YouTube Premium, which is like one of the best things I got.
YouTube Premium's elite, bro. Not an ad, but like
It is. It's worth
No
getting.
ads.
in
you
my
can
opinion,
download
because
the
I spend a lot of
videos.
time on YouTube.
Yeah,
So for me, it's like,
I haven't seen a YouTube ad in like a long time.
you know what I got recently? Twitch Turbo.
I be seeing that
It's the
promo.
exact
I be
same
seeing
thing.
that promo. I
Because
just
you know
never
these
did.
streamers be running 12 ads an hour. I'm not here for that.
But some of them only
you just
stream
want
for an hour.
Some streamers do only stream for an hour.
Yeah, that is true. He'd be one of those streamers.
Yeah.
But no, when you first get into a stream and you just want to check it out, see
Yeah,
what's
just
going
see what's
on, and
going
it's like 12 out of 12 ads coming in.
And but Turbo's like $13 a month or something. So it's
That's not
really,
bad.
it's kind of
Shit, a lot
expensive.
it's a lot cheaper than YouTube Premium. I'll tell you that, or YouTube TV.
I feel like
whatever
Mike's
it is.
probably like the main streamer I watch, so I don't really need to.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Buy
If
it.
you're not on Twitch for multiple hours a day, it's not worth it. But
I occasionally tune in to like Kai streams.
just to see what's going on.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. So you watch Mike's 1 hour streams. Cause you were there you were in there last night.
Yeah, I was watching y'all play a little bit.
Fast little stream.
A little fast.
But then what y'all got kicked out early? Isn't that why it was quick?
But the thing is,
He could do.
it should be backup plans.
Yeah.
That's
no,
you should
I
get your
wasn't- I
audience
wasn't
there to
planning
be
on
excited.
streaming that night. I just wanted to stream because everybody like we want to see the games. I wasn't planning on streaming that night.
I don't know how true that is. Cause yes, the night before that you didn't stream, but you streamed on Discord. If everybody wanted to see the games, you could have just did that on Discord and have people join our channel again.
Okay, but what if I wanted to talk to them?
So you did want to stream then. So that's what I'm saying.
I did want to stream.
Oh, okay, work.
But I also know that I don't want to be up extra late because I got to be here in the morning.
But
We got off
that's
at
different
10.
than what you said 7 seconds ago.
Yeah,
But
but my sleep schedule messed up. So
So
I don't
basically,
wake up at
anything
normal
KB
time.
say that holds you accountable, you got something to say for it.
no, y'all just keep saying the hour stream like
I'm
that's
not saying-
all I stream is an hour for. Like
sometimes you get to 2.
I just had like a 4 or 5 hour stream. If you
Congrat-
weren't there, that's on you.
Congratulations.
I'm not saying that like.
I
I'm proud of
uploaded a
it.
YouTube video 2 days in a row. No, motherfucker, that's the job. That's the job.
I'm not
That's what
saying
you
I'm
got
proud
to
of
do.
it. I'm saying that's usually what I'm on. That was a very random thing that it was an hour yesterday.
How many times have you streamed less than 2 hours this month? Not this month is in July,
I
but the
could
last 30
actually-
days.
I was gonna say I could actually tell you. I'd say you count yesterday. That's 1. Probably had a couple more. So maybe like 3, 4. That was probably under 2 hours. I would have guessed. I don't know off the top of my head.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. You had a 48-minute stream? No, this don't. Your shit had to crash or something, right?
Ooh, 48 minutes.
Uh-oh.
That shit, yeah.
Oh no. This is the stream I was with you. Getting a W in every game.
Yeah.
You didn't
Uh-oh.
crash?
It crashed.
Okay,
Why
so
would
that
you
don't
ever
count.
do
No,
48
no, no.
minutes?
My, I
I was
couldn't-
just messing with
yeah, it basically crashed. I had to restart it.
So in the last month, because I'm only going to the month ago. What you say, 3, 4 times?
3, 4
That's
times.
about right. That's about right.
Out of how many? I don't know how personally.
1,
How many?
2, 3,
How many
4,
streams did you
5,
see?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 streams.
Which is honestly low.
It's every
I'm
other,
more so
basically
mad at
every
the
other day.
14 than the hour little stream.
Your Twitch check still be fat?
They've been consistent. Actually, I've been on the incline like the last month or two.
I remember when you first was getting that, you was.
I had that. No, my first shit. That shit was ridiculous. Like,
And is it
I had,
high
like,
or low?
High.
No, ridiculously high. Like over 1,000 subs type shit.
Damn.
That's pretty impressive.
What were
I
you
had,
playing then?
You still playing?
Or was it
2K?
just the
I think it
allure
was.
of getting?
I think it was just my shit was so new.
Yeah, that
That it
happens
was
a
just
lot.
like
That shit was
people came
bussin'.
in and they
Yeah.
wanted to see and they sub up. And also I think I had a lot of crazy gifters too. Like
Yeah.
that's also when I had my 24-hour stream. I probably got like I think I made like $1,000 that day.
When the last time you heard from what's my boy name?
Let me see.
He was a big factor in my 500. I had a month I had 500
You talking about
plus.
Air? I always wear designers and shit like that.
Not
You know
always
what I'm
with
talking
design,
about.
but yeah,
With
I know
designer.
that. But no,
always
it's
got design.
who was my? Let me look at my top guy.
That's pretty. Like if you made 1,000 in a stream, 24 hours, it's about $41 an hour.
Mhm.
That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. But also your body is kind of suffering for 24 hours.
I ain't recovered from that 24-hour to this day.
for a long time. Yeah,
Every time I open Twitch, it seems like every few days they got a damn update.
try to keep the bots out. Nope.
Jesh.
Jess.
Remember Jesh Bezos?
Yeah, I ain't talked to him in a minute.
Yeah.
I ain't talked to him in
Only
a
word
minute.
designer in my top still too.
But Jordan, he's been coming in as of late. He's been tuning in. He's the same dude I told you we met in Utah,
Yeah, I remember that.
Salt Lake. But yeah, he's been coming back in. He always gifting.
I be wanting to stream, bro. It's so hard because obviously I create content for so many channels and I also have a wife and kids. So it's like the time that I'm not working, at that point I kind of want to relax and I'm not thinking about entertaining even more. But like I've been doing those big 3 streams and that shit has been so fun, bro. And I be like, because having
Where
a
do you see your
live
top
feedback
gifters at?
is really dope.
Let me see.
To have the live
So you know your
feedback
shit.
to the chat is really dope.
Yeah. I
Go
don't
to
know.
yourself.
Especially like even we were just watching like music
channel.
videos the other day in stream and
Stream
they'll
manager.
catch shit that I didn't see before, and it's like okay, it's just you get all those eyes on it, different perspectives, and it was vice versa. Like we was watching what was we? We was watching a Millie music video. You know how that's like a classic,
Yeah,
whatever. And they got the scene where Lil Wayne walking and he got his cup and they blurring it out everything. And I looked to the right of Lil Wayne. He got his homie right there. He got some shorts on, but they touching his shoes. And we just start cracking up laughing. He's like, that's the style back there,
Yeah.
man.
I feel like to be a full-time streamer, you kind of have to drop other forms of content where it's like, yeah, if I want to be a streamer, that means I don't have time to do any other content. Like I could do like a clip out channel maybe,
The clip out.
but in order to really be good at it and build the audience that you want, you kind of got to be there for 40 hours a week. You're like just streaming and being, in my opinion, being a variety streamer is probably the way to go. You don't want to be known as a Madden guy or the Fortnite
Absolutely.
guy.
Unless
You just gotta be- I
you
feel like you
raw
just
as
gotta
hell
be-
at that game.
Yeah.
You kind of just
Or
gotta
like
have
you
fun.
top.
I saw just a 10 to 20 second clip of Kai. He was saying that you can't spoil your audience. And I completely understand what he's saying with it, where he was like, if your audience wants you to play Fortnite, you can play Fortnite sporadically, but you don't want that to be your identity. And that completely makes sense because then when you do pick out that Fortnite, your numbers are going to go up. Everybody's
That's
going
just
to be
like
excited.
any form of content. Like
Yeah.
I remember when we first met RDC and first got cool with them, I was like, and we would be around. I'm like, I know Mark don't like being known as the funny guy. Because every time you go somewhere, people expect you to be the funny guy 24/7. Even you could have a fucking headache
Yeah.
and you walk into the store and they like, be funny.
Right.
Even us, I feel like every time people see us, they feel like they have to
Talk
say
about
something
basketball.
basketball.
They had to talk hoops.
You have to say something. It can be the silliest shit. Like we be in Discord and people be in there like, "Oh man, y'all saw DeMar got traded."
Yes,
like,
bro.
yeah, motherfucker, we have Woj too.
I played golf the other night. That was the night DeMar got traded, and for one hole number 2, I got paired up with 4 dudes, and two of
Oh, I
them.
just saw your video. I was watching.
Two of them knew who I was, and one of the first things he says, "You see the DeMar DeRozan trade?" I'm like, "Of course, man. Of course."
No.
Not only is it
What
my
happened?
favorite team, right? But my content is all basketball. But those was really cool though.
Yeah.
That was the only basketball related thing they asked me, which was dope.
Cool.
But yeah, it's just you don't want to be known, and I think throughout most people, I'm a basketball guy, which is fine because it is a big part of my life. But I'm not just that's why I have 7 channels that I own. I'm not just the basketball guy.
For real. That's why the last couple streams I did, I've been trying to go like once a week. I'm like, bro,
Mickey D's.
let's just talk about anything.
I hate when I'm streaming wrestling. People come in there trying to talk basketball.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Time and place.
we not talking about that right
Time
now.
and place.
For real. I'm streaming to not talk about basketball
Yeah.
because I would just make a video.
It's my decompressing. It's decompressing.
Oh, well, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like having multiple hobbies and being interested in multiple things, just like, it's good for you.
Yeah.
You don't want to get locked into one thing. It's just, at that point, I think it's like obsessive. And like,
I gotta have fun, bro.
And nobody that I know really is only interested in one thing.
Yeah.
Like I have my hyperfixations, but I can't say that I only like basketball or nobody only likes rapping. Like you don't go to a rapper and just be like, you see that Jay-Z album? No, motherfucker. You're gonna talk to him like he's a normal person. And I feel like
You see that Jay-Z?
Like, imagine going up to Drake and being like, hey, man.
heard you like him young.
Yeah.
Drake was at that Michael Rubin party. And I'm like,
And you know what's funny? A report came out that, I don't know why they had to announce it, but they was like, it's a Drake-friendly crowd. And that there was no
ops.
Yeah, and there was no Drake disses being played by the DJ or anything. I was like, obviously.
How did they confirm this? Like, I'm a Kendrick fan, but I'm gonna sneak in as a Drake fan. They go on your Twitter, check the receipts.
the best thing for Drake would have been to let them play it.
It's a song.
Yeah, it's a song and it's popping. Whenever
Also,
dudes
just-
are beefing and they and somebody has a hit, whenever you try to force the hit to not exist is when it gonna get tough because it's going to be heard. People are listening to it. Everybody
it's like the hottest
in there
song of the summer too.
has probably danced to it. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. So you might as well just embrace it. I would have been in there like,
And at the end of the day, if I'm as an opposing person, if I'm in that room with him, that's his beef.
It's literally.
I'm not finna sit up here and judge him.
But that's why you said it was announced on Twitter.
Yeah.
Nobody at the actual party made a video. Like Jay-Z wasn't like, Drake here, we ain't playing the Kendrick. Nobody. Only people on Twitter
I saw
even
he had a $4 million watch on.
thinking about that.
Drake?
Yes. No, Jay-Z.
Oh, Jay-Z.
It's a lot of
That's
great
a couple
watches
of
there.
houses on your wrist.
Couple?
He had a
Jeez.
$4 million and Drewski had the little. They said
I was
Drew-
amazed at how many NBA players. Like, it was so many.
Oh, every year.
It'd
And
be
it
a
keeps
lot,
getting
yeah.
bigger and bigger. When it
Yeah.
comes to NBA
Paolo
players,
was
bro.
there. Grant Williams made his
Tyrese
second appearance.
Halliburton was there. Like, it was so
Just
many
invited
damn
again.
people that I'm like, damn. It seemed like every time I go on IG, you see like pictures from him. It's like, damn, they was there too.
It's like a one picture of a bunch of NBA players. In the middle was like Aiden Ross. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell is he
Aiden
in this
Ross,
picture
and he was
for?
wearing cream. That ain't white. Somebody you know was there. We'll wrap up this episode, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next time. As always, can't wait to see y'all in Vegas. We out.